What's up, everybody? I'm Jeremy. You guys are watching Inside the Coils. Tonight, we have Jake from State Farm with us. No, I'm just joking. We don't have Jake from State Farm. We've got somebody way cooler than Jake from State Farm. But tonight, folks, we've got Jake from the Ophidiarium joining us. So super excited to have him on because he dabbles in a little bit of everything. Definitely going to be talking some Morelia stuff. We are waiting for Mr. S Reptilia to get his rear end in here because apparently he has family over. And okay, I'll give him a little bit of slack because family should come first. But anyway, let's go ahead. We'll bring everybody out. Do me a favor, folks. Hit that like button right now. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. Hit that notification bell as well. And don't forget, check out this week's video so that way you can see kind of what all went on to get us to where we're at here, because we are now in the expansion. So it's really great feeling to be actually going from in the expansion now. But anywho, let's go ahead and bring everybody out. We've got my brother John from Triforce. Morphs, what's going on, bro? Once he did not wear a helmet or do something to really screw me up right off the rip. So John must be either tired or he's probably just got to be tired.
I can't do it every week. I only have so many helmets.
This is true. I know I missed you last week, dude. I missed you last week.
Oh, shit. I missed you, too. Well, I should say we both missed you. Christine's right here, too.
I know Christine didn't freaking miss me. You don't need to lie for her.
Yeah, you know what? You're right.
Christine don't give a shit.
She's just staying quiet over there. Damn.
Keep it up.
She is. She's just waiting for me to do something so she can get me like she does Sorrentino when he slips up on something. Just come out of nowhere and ninja.
She's gonna hit you with a 5-inch killer.
You give that man too much credit.
Oh, God. All right. We're gonna bring out Jake from the Ophidiarium next. What's up, Jake? Thanks for tuning in, dude.
Good evening.
I've got to say, dude, it is hard as shit to pronounce that right. Ophidiarium. Like, the first, I remember the first time, I think Adam from Proper Royals had you on, and he was half stumbling over it.
Oh.
It's just like, man, I'm not going to get this right. So I actually, rehearsed it for a while.
You told me who was on this week. I didn't even know who you were talking about because I always thought he was called the Orphanarium.
Oh man!
I was like, why do we call himself that?
Well, no. In the 15 minutes of lame, Troy from Balls and Strikes, he called me the Ophidiarium.
Ophidiarium, yeah. There you go.
Yeah,
freaking awesome.
Oh man,
it's a mouthful. You got it. You're solid. So,
dude, it is a mouthful. Like, we'll have to dive into how in the hell you even remotely pulled that one out of the freaking vocabulary. Like, that's something where I think you have to sit with a dictionary to find that shit.
I definitely want to know where it came from, what it means, all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, do you want to go into it? Because I can go into it if you want to start there. But unless you have
So let's go. We'll say hi to some people, run the first channel sponsor. Maybe by then Shelly will be on, hopefully. So that way he doesn't miss any of this, just in case he somehow doesn't know, which I doubt he doesn't know, but you never know. But we got Tara, Voodoo Doll Royals channel member. What's going on, Tara? Thoughts and prayers out to you and your family for just one hell of a freaking, for lack of better words, kicking the freaking nuts weekend. I mean, that just, yeah. Thoughts and prayers out to you, Tara. Thoughts and prayers out to you on that one.
That's literally heard about 15 minutes ago, so.
Yeah. Oh, man. When was that? Was it Friday night? No, it was Saturday. It was Friday or Saturday. I can't remember when I think it was Saturday morning she told me.
Yep.
I was just like, what? So, yeah, everybody keep Tara and Scott in your thoughts and prayers because they definitely could use a little bit of a pick-me-up on their just rough weekend for them. Rough weekend. Will CNC, Mr. I need a intervention. And for anybody that doesn't know why Will needs an intervention. That guy's always doing this shit, waiting on them auctions.
Waiting for them auctions.
Which, in case anybody doesn't know, because I can't remember if I spilled the beans last live or if we did the live before that, there is a Triforce auction coming up soon, so be ready. I think it's, what is the date for the auction, John?
16th, I believe.
16th. So wait, that's next weekend.
Next week. Like I said, I have some to put up. We'll see how the auction does and see how it goes. Put a couple up before Gettysburg show. We're starting to finally run low over here. So,
damn, I thought I'd never hear you say those words.
That's a good thing, man. They've been these last couple months. They've been flying out the door.
So Will here says Jerry will be right back after he finishes wrestling with their mic. What the world, Will? I never wrestle with the mic.
Lies have been told.
I may mute it every once in a while by accident, but now I can't do that because of how far front the mic sits. So it is almost virtually impossible for me to mute it by accident. We got Christine in the chat there lurking, even though she's right beside John, just hiding. But hi, Christine.
Hi.
See, John's trying to get you on camera by walking towards you. Sean Pine Joy, what's up, bro? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Greg, Scaled Paranoia, channel member and channel sponsor. Thank you very much, dude. Good to see you. Chris G, another channel member. What's going on? Good to see you. Marcel, what's going on? Mel, another channel member and part of the PA Misfits. At some point, Mel, your butt is going to be up here with us. No, we lost John. See, John, you shouldn't be playing with this tech stuff. John is not your friend, man.
Hold on, Jeremy. I'm trying to fix my camera. It's weird.
Oh, I know you're trying to fix it. Right now, it's just a white circle, man.
Don't worry, I'll be back.
I'll be back. Phil, what's going on, dude? Good to see you. We can talk timber rattlesnake stuff. Ooh,
that'd be cool.
Let's see here. Look at Matt. What's going on? M and B. Thanks for tuning in, channel member. One of the guys that should be up here with us, and he cannot be blaming me this week for why he's not on. I mean, he can try, I guess, but in all technicalities, it is not my fault at this point, I don't think. But Nate, what's going on, brother? Thanks for tuning in. Good to see you. Let's see here. That catches us up. Everybody in the chat's being kind of quiet tonight. There. Whoa. There we go, John.
No, we didn't fix it.
What do you mean it didn't fix it? You're on camera.
No, the freaking camera, how it shifts and moves, and every time I move, it does something. Freaking get people dizzy. It's better than it was. It's slower.
Nate says he's been super busy. I get it, Nate. I get it. Say I had
a weekend.
We lost you again, John. No more.
Weird name here, Jared. It causes everything to go haywire, man.
I tell you what, man.
New studio. I'm telling you. No, I'm just kidding. That was all me. I'm trying to get this damn. When I move, it does. You know how it just goes everywhere. I'm trying to turn that off. It doesn't work.
It's just trying to keep you in focus, man. Yeah, Phil's right. Just don't move.
Dude, it doesn't work. I'm like, dude, yeah, move. You fixed it a lot. I don't know what you did, babe. It's a lot better than what usually zoom into my eyeball and shit. I'm like, what the? It's enough.
Oh man. Hopefully, Nate. Hopefully, you got the computer build all but wrapped up for me, so that way I can. I don't know if Nate's gonna have me just send him money and him buy it and get it shipped there and put it together for me, or what the plan is. But hopefully soon we'll have a nice little computer set up here and won't be going off of this laptop and all that good crap.
You put more work on Nate. You leave that man alone for a little while.
Hey, I have been trying to hire. I've been trying to get his trash guy to pick up a little bit more slack for him, but apparently he likes to.
The more work you put on Nate, the more work he puts on me. So now you have to deal with me.
Well, look at this. Look at this. See, he got the computer stuff all done, so he's going to talk to me tomorrow. So that means there is going to be less. Actually, no, it's going to be more work on you because he's going to be talking to me. It's not easy. I get it, Nate. I get it. But you know what? If anybody's going to make me look better, it's going to be you. Look at this guy. Scotty, what's going on, man? Scotty might know every once in a while.
Scotty had a live on TikTok. If anybody wants to go check it out, if there's a replay on it. With
I don't even know how TikTok works, man. Anytime I try to do anything on TikTok, it tells me nothing.
Yeah, he just did a live today.
Nice, Scott. Nice. Well, wasn't he doing lives before?
Yeah, he did it with some
own
guy.
lives?
He did it with another guy today.
Okay. Well, hopefully it went good, Scotty. Hopefully it went good, man. You got to get your butt over to the YouTube side, though. So let's run the first channel sponsor, and then we're going to find out what dictionary Jake was using when he came up with his name. So let's go ahead. Remember, there we go. There we go. All right. First channel sponsor, and then we're getting into this, guys. Gettysburg Reptile Expo LLC is one of the premier shows of the Northeast. Located at the All-Star Event Complex in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, it's a 45,000 square foot venue that houses 270 plus tables, 125 plus breeders, with an amazing selection of snakes, lizards, geckos, turtles, amphibians, and invertebrates. Doesn't matter if you're a breeder looking for that next high-end piece to your project or a pet owner looking for your next scaly friend. Stop it off the Sea Serpents there to meet all of your racking and incubator needs. The show dates for 2025 are March 29th, July 19th, and November 8th. So make sure you stop out, and I will see you at Gettysburg Reptile Expo LLC. I'm super excited for Gettysburg. I picked up my new rack system.
Can't wait.
What's that?
Can't wait to see everybody.
Dude, it'll be so. I want to go out to eat.
I like this show. I like the food. I like the March show because it's starting to get warm. You know, it's just that break. It's like every time March rolls around, I feel like it's just a new season. Like it's just weird. Like the end of the season's over. Like right now, I feel that way right now. Like the ball python breeding. Like right this month, the next 5 weeks are the crazy. Next 5 weeks I'll have pairing and everything. Because this is when everything happens.
Yep. I was gonna say I've got. I don't know if I missed the two girls ovulating or what, but they should be like right at that point of ovulating for. Let's see, it would be clutch 4 and 5 or 5 and 6. I can't remember.
Damn, you're already up to that. That's killer.
For ovulation wise, not for lays. The first clutch does get laid though next week.
Yeah, just ultrasound to some today, man. Holy shit! I didn't even get to these two big racks behind me. That's where all my big girls are at. And I'm already at 50 girls over 20 millimeter.
Wow!
Damn, nice.
You know, I'm not even doing anything. I'm sitting. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! It's like I'm the bear.
Well, it looks like Nate's gonna inherit some more snakes.
Nah, he don't want them.
Come on, John. Nate wants everybody to take their snakes over to him. Nate just loves snakes.
No, I've been over there, man. He's out of rack room. He don't want me. He don't want
Is he starting to ship stuff over to you now?
Dude, can't do that either because I'm full too.
Man, Nate. I'll tell you what.
Room, so guess where the snakes are going, buddy? I don't see the ship behind you. Sorry,
see, Nate. You can send all the bang stuff that you don't want over here, and I will take ownership of your defective bangs. How's that?
Fine, you can feed them to their breeding size, and we'll get them back. That's a good deal.
No, that's not how this. That's not how this works, John. No, John's on it. Pure County Reptiles. Congrats. Jamie, what's going on? Another channel member. Thanks for tuning in. So, Jake, tell us a little bit about yourself. What made you who you are, a little bit of that spiel, and then tell us how in the hell you came up with your name. Because I'm very curious on this one.
Oh, okay. So a little bit about me. I'm 32 years old. I live up in Schuylkill County, so I'm north of you and east or northwest of you, John. I think you're out on the eastern side of PA, but no. So I got into this at the end of 2019, and we got our first snake, and then that quickly ballooned. A few more. I actually have a lot of your snakes, John, that kind of were some of the first snakes that I ended up with. Growing up, a couple of them. Yeah, I'm hoping to have actually. I think just one of them actually is. I'm hoping she's gravid, but we'll see. It looked like an ovulation the other day, but that was pretty cool.
What kind was that?
That's she's a leopard black pestone. She's double het for a hypo and clown.
Sweet.
And yeah, so I actually got her secondhand from somebody who said that they got her from you. Okay. And so I've just been growing her up slowly. So that's kind of cool. Pairing her up, and it looks like she blew up. So I'm hoping that's a good sign. We'll see.
You come with a card? Did she come with a card?
Did she come with a card?
Yeah. No. Because sometimes I can track back depending on how recent you got it, like what clutch it was, what the pairing was that made it.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember because I chatted with you at some point, like at Jeremy's thing or something. I chatted with you about it. And you're like, you should get that shed tested because it might be double het. And I was like, okay. So I did.
You did get a shed tested. Okay. It wasn't sold as a double het. Okay.
Yeah. It was one of those, I guess.
The earlier stuff was a lot of possible het. That's why I do remember now.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was pretty cool. Yeah.
Sweet.
But so I mean, my name, as far as when I came around to that point where I was actually like, I actually want to do something and try to start like something for myself here with this whole reptile business stuff. I didn't really want to go with the standard Jake's balls or Jake's ball pythons or whatever. My last name is Hole, so that doesn't lend to very many options either. So I kind of wanted to make it broad, though. I knew I didn't want to make it just pinpointed to just pythons or even anything specific type of species of snakes. So I just left it as what I came to being the Ophidiarium, which Ophid, snake, arium is like a house. So it's like a snake house is what it means.
Okay.
It's like a Greek wording, technically is derivative of Greek.
Now I'm embarrassed. I should have known that.
Yeah. So it's really not complicated when you break it down. Like you see Ophid or all that type of wording around, and then arium, like terrarium or whatever.
Makes total sense now.
So it makes sense. It does. It does. And plus, your logo, which everybody can see there behind you a little bit. I mean, you've got a snake and going with a house. All right. I do have to say though. All right, John. Look at his logo, all right, and what comes to mind when you look at that? Just slightly.
Triforce. Sorry, screen.
No. I'm so disappointed in you, John. All right, John.
Are you going with the green? Are you saying that it's green?
It looks green on camera. What color is it?
It's green.
Okay.
It's like an olive green. But no, look at the branches. What comes to mind with the branches there?
Well, Greek, right?
Yeah.
What are you trying to say?
I am so disappointed in you, John. I am so disappointed in you. Think Star Wars, man. Think freaking Star Wars.
Oh no, that doesn't look Star Wars to me. I'm sorry.
Nah. Really?
Nah.
Dude, that's one of Boba Fett's logos on his armor has branches like that.
Yeah, you're right. It does, but it definitely didn't come to mind.
I didn't think of that, but yeah, that's true. Yeah.
My brain exactly. That's it. that's what it kicked into. Is like, he took a Star Wars part and put it into his logo. Apparently you didn't, but it works.
No, I mean I like Star Wars, but that's not something that I thought of.
Yeah, it's like the olive branches or whatever.
Yeah, like the olive branch, Greek.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love your logo. I think it's like a lot of thought went into that. But now that I know exactly what that all means, the house, the snake, the Greek olive branches, that's killer.
I say it's very simple, but it's
It's a good storyline too. If anybody does it has a build up. Like it's this, it's that, and you went here. It's a great story on it.
Oh,
a lot of people just come up with like shit, and it's just like, what?
I try to put a little bit of thought into it.
Here's the other thing though too. When you go to do merch and stuff with it, it's a simple logo that you can have done easily, and you can put it everywhere.
It's very professional looking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, professional, simplified logo that, like I said, you can put it on anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, to go off of that, so you asked about where I even came up with the word, like how did I ever find this word, Ophidiarium? But it's actually related to also, I would say, the design of the logo in the sense of my brother, older brother. I have two older brothers. He's 11 years older than me, but he went to college for stuff and digital stuff and media, and he's an artist. He really is a true artist. He does graphic design. So I remember just reading through textbooks of his and just like picking up little tidbits and stuff where you're learning about what goes into a good logo, what makes a good logo. And I had him a little bit help me with putting that logo together, as well as my wife too, who's also very artistically inclined. But then the name, the Ophidiarium, came from my older brother too, because he's a walking dictionary. So that's the dictionary that I got it out of, is my brother. He's the one who threw it around when I got like 2 or 3 snakes. He's like, "Oh, you're turning into practically an Ophidiarium over there." And I was like, "Well, what's that even mean?" And I had to look.
You're like, "Yo, that sounds good. I like that."
Yeah. And it was around the time when I was like looking around, I was like trying to think of a good name. Yeah, I was like, it was the phase of, if I were to come up with a name, what would I do? So it was like before I even was like fully 100% like I wanted to actually do something. And I was like, let's stick that one down. Just think about that one for a while, but it stuck. So
I think the big thing is though too, is that you put thought into it and you realized that if you go with whatever, and then you put pythons or balls, you kind of shrink. I don't want to say you shrink your market, but people then only think automatically, oh, you only work with this or you only work with that. Right. But doing this, it lets you open to where the sky's the limit, basically, where you're not going to get branded as, oh, he's only got this or that. You've got a little bit of everything going on.
Yeah.
Freaking the name part doesn't get talked about enough. How hard it is to come up with a name for yourself. Like I remember when we did it, it took years. Like to really and as simple as it is, it took a lot of thought. Like, so that's real. I love what you came up with all that. That's a killer story.
Oh, cool.
It's way better than mine, man. Like there's times where I think, man, I should have picked something way freaking cooler. But at the same token, it's like, well, it works. It's here now. It's branded at this point, and we're just gonna roll with it.
It works for you though, Jeremy. Like I said, your name's different enough. It works.
Yeah, your name is
not like it's Smith Morphs or something.
Yeah, true. Very true.
It's a unique last name.
So what? What all are you working with over there, Jake? Like, as far as like how many different species, and then what species are you working with?
Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 species of snakes. I have a hognose. I have an emerald tree boa. Those are the 2 species that I only have one of those species. So I'm not currently like building a project around either of those at this point. And then I have ball pythons and I have Papuan carpet pythons.
Okay.
So those are the 2 that I am trying to actually make something out of, really. The emeralds was kind of an initial interest, and the female I did actually get two. I got a male and a female. I actually got them together, and the female did not last. She didn't take one meal that she was able to hold down.
Oh man!
So she just hit the ground and just kind of fell apart right away. And the male hit the ground and was running and took off and has been fine. But I haven't really put it to a priority to get another female or to do anything else with that at this point yet. So I'm just kind of sitting on that.
That would be like when you said that you had the emeralds. It's like holy crap! Like, I had no idea you even had one, let alone at some point you had two. Like, that's something that'd be really awesome to freaking work with, dude. Like, I mean that's up there. Like, I love looking at the chondros and stuff. Emeralds. I mean, I don't think there's enough people that are even doing anything with emeralds. Like, there might be like maybe one or two people, like a handful, basically.
Few, yeah. They're not as common as green trees, of course, but they're definitely different. Also,
they're cool. Yeah, I like them. They're a lot more. They just seem a little more like what's the word I'm looking for? Like not ancient, but more like art. They just seem like a little more rough around the edges type of a species. They're
more
not
prehistoric.
Kind of like a more old world type of deal.
Yeah.
Almost, yeah. Like they just seem like more
like prehistoric, like animals.
Prehistoric. That's the word I'm looking for.
Big bulbous heads and
they do have big heads.
They do, man. They're like
gnarly teeth and
Dude, some of the images I've seen of the teeth on them, it's like no way in hell would I remotely want to ever think about getting bit by one.
Yep. A lot of people put them and green trees in the same category, and they're not. They're definitely not. Other than hanging on branches.
Yeah, and being mostly green.
But is there even many morphs with the emeralds?
I couldn't even answer that.
There's not really morphs to my understanding. There's like line breeding, definitely line breeding.
Okay, well, I guess I should have used that more, just because I mean condors are basically the line breeding aspect too.
Amazon tree boas, they have like a lot more going on with them with colors and stuff like that.
Yeah. There's like one or two situations where there's like people who have like melanistic ones, or there's one that Ron St. I can't think of his name, down in Florida. Chris?
What's up, Jake? Sorry I'm late, bud.
No, you're good. No, there's a guy down in Florida who has one that he calls it not a chondro, but it's an emerald tree boa that's like got heavy yellow on it. I can't think of what he calls it, or his name, I'm sorry, but his first name's Ron. I can't think of his last name. But
St. Pierre?
Maybe? Yeah. Older guy in the hobby for sure.
Old head.
Yeah. But other than that, I'm not really sure of any kind of specific morphs in emerald. Just a lot of line breeding though.
Yeah, line breedings for like high whites. Did you guys talk about like not snowflake? What the hell was?
There's one called the Willie line. That's a line with heavy white.
What was it again?
Miss Willie line.
It's really right.
Yep.
Right.
I think you should get another one, Jake. I think you need to go get yourself a female and do something with it, man.
Sure. MJ might have a gravid female.
Yeah. I've seen some of those things that he's been posting and popping around. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It does Amazons too, or emeralds. I mean, really? Yeah. I thought he just did green trees and balls. Oh shit!
I actually think he has more freaking emeralds than he does green trees at this point. He has a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Are his basins or northerns? Do you know?
Pretty sure most of his. I think he has basins, but he has mostly northerns.
Okay. Yeah. That's wild. Basins are interesting.
Yeah, those are cool.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as far as the pop ones are going, because you still know how you're doing some pop one stuff.
Yep.
What are your plans with that? Like, what are your goals for your pop one project?
Well, I have two very unrelated animals. One is a very specific line that goes back to the Hannibal, which is like a hypomelanistic.
Ooh, okay.
That's the male that I have is that line, and that's.
So, I'm sorry, I want to interrupt you. Is that line like an actual true hypo line, like a recessive, or is it a codominant?
It's one that's I've never heard it called like a true recessive. It's just kind of like it's the name, the Hannibal line, and it goes way back to some of the, I don't know, I'm trying to think of the guy's name, but it was quite a few generations, like 4 or 5 generations back from the male that I have. But I don't think it's like 100% proven as a recessive or as a co-dominant or incomplete dominant.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your male just looks like a wild type, though?
Essentially, and a little brighter, a little bit less dark scalation and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. So all right. So it's not necessarily like a lime bred polymorphism thing?
That's where I would kind of, anything that I've heard people talk about is more along those lines. Just
Okay.
like, yeah.
I think that's how a lot of carpet stuff goes, though. I mean, it seems like it's more line bred, breeding for that one specific trait and just taking the best of the best and running with it.
I know there's hypo lines in Europe. There's a guy, DK snakes or DK pythons, where he has lines that he labels as hypomelanin, like it's a hypo recessive line.
Okay.
They look crazy. They look really nice, but they're not. They don't look like the Hannibal line that I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's the male I have, and the female I have is from a guy out in California. Steven Patz is his name. He bred it, and so she's a darker female. So I have a light male and I have a dark female, and they're definitely not related. And I'm just curious to kind of put them together and see where that goes. And then I have a third little baby that I got this year from Riley Jimson, one of his it has a lot of the same pairings as my male. So the baby I got is very much related to the male. So she in maybe 3 or 4 years might be of size where the babies that maybe if I get this season a clutch of eggs in 3 or 4 years, like they'd be growing up about the same time almost, and try to kind of, I don't know, selectively breed essentially.
So is this a new project for you? Is their babies?
Say that again.
Is this a new project for you? They're babies, you're saying?
The male and female that I have behind me, they're full grown. They're 2019.
Okay.
And I got them a year and a half ago. So I got them mostly as an adult, sub-adult, and I'm just, I just wanted to breed them in a year or so. And
how's temperament on them?
How what?
How's the temperament on them?
Very good, actually. Very good.
You got them right there? I know.
Yeah, we got these tubs. Yeah.
Can I see one of them whenever?
John's like, I want to see how I want to see
Preferably the male. Preferably the male.
Really nice.
I could get them out.
I want to see because I don't know what these are. And I never heard of them.
Oh, you never saw poplins before,
Not
dude?
that not that I know of. I mean,
Oh,
I might have.
wow.
It's just it's something that it's one of the snake I really don't know much about. Like I know what carpets are and everything, but the poplin name in front, the story, I don't know.
Do you know the backup, like the geological of them or anything, Jake? Like where they're from and the range and stuff like that? Like educate us a little bit.
Well, they're from the island of Papua New Guinea. Mostly, let me think. The western half of Papua New Guinea is where we can get stuff out of, I believe. It's the eastern side that we can't get stuff out. So they're more from the western half of Papua New Guinea. On the southern side of it, that's where most of them are coming from that I've been made aware. But
and that's just north of Australia, right?
Correct. Yeah. So
Okay.
They're very, very similar. In fact, when they redid the more complete carpet python, they actually lumped Darwin carpet Darwin carpet pythons and variegata, which is like the north, what do they call it? The Cape York Peninsula. They are all variegata in their minds. If you look at the DNA sampling that they did as the Papua New Guinea, so it's all right in the top of Australia, bottom of the Papua New Guinea. All those carpet pythons, they kind of put them all together essentially.
Darwin's at the top there.
Yep, Darwin.
Okay.
Yep.
So technically, DNA wise, they're classifying them as the same.
They kind of said they're not that divergent in the genetics as far as all of that, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah. Now, was that all part of like when the continents were together? They think that was all part of.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
It is pretty wild to think about that. Yeah.
And then the jungles are just like east of that, like right in the rainforest there in the tip of northern Australia. So I mean, there's now how are the jungles and like the coastals? How are they related to those?
The coastals are more, to my understanding, if I'm not incorrectly speaking here, they're more the eastern coast of Australia, and then you get up north, and that's where it turns into the jungles, and then the Papua New Guinea ones or whatever that I have, and then that's kind of there's a very undefined line, but it's kind of in that range where it turns from the jungles and the stuff that's up there, the variegata, and then I can't remember what coastal carpets are called species wise, but
I don't know either.
I'm trying to remember.
Oh god. Well, see, didn't they? Don't quote me on this, but I thought that they reclassified the coastals too.
They might have,
or maybe they didn't do a full reclassification. Don't quote me on this, folks, because
You got to get that book, Jeremy.
Book, just because it's one of those books I would like to have.
Yeah.
But I thought I did hear something about that. They are now, if you would breed a jungle to a coastal, it's now considered, blending the cross.
Mutt.
Yeah, it's not considered a mutt anymore. Right? I mean, I guess to an extent it still kind of is, but they've kind of come to the conclusion that, it is possible that they, have intertwined.
Right. There's that
common
intergrade zone where
don't know all these locales. They look like carpet python pattern wise and all that stuff.
I'll get one out.
Yeah, they're
Get that mail out.
You just got to bear with me because it's not in a great tub. I have to pull the lid off and stuff like that. So you guys are gonna have to talk while I get one out.
No, you're good, dude.
That's good, man.
No, a lot of the times with like the carpets and stuff, it's more like the colors change a lot. Like it's more
just like pattern influence too.
There is a little bit of pattern influence on different ones. But a lot of it just seems like it's a lot of just different colors to blend into that certain environment. Like Papuans seem like they have some really nice oranges to them, and I guess kind of a warm, earthy tone.
Are they a smaller species? Or are they?
They are smaller. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, they are from an island.
So these are carpets I could probably work with if we're gonna be smaller.
John, you'd still kick them to the curb like you did your poor girl, poor Penny. She took
the corner. I gave her back to my homeboy
last night.
I gave her back to my homeboy. He's gonna keep her and breed them, and freaking I get to look in, freaking like a grandfather, and be like, look what she did. So proud. See?
Oh wow, that is tiny.
Yeah, this is, like I said, this is 2019.
I thought they were bigger than that.
They're not that big, no. And I mean, you can get them bigger. I've definitely seen bigger Papuan carpet pythons, but you run into that whole part of the side where they talk about they're not as healthy, they get cancer easier.
That thing's pretty cool, man. It's like a caramel.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's like a kind of a caramely, brighter orange.
Yeah, like
and that's
the
the male?
This is the male, yep.
Okay, so he's a little bit brighter than the female?
Yes, and I can get the female.
Great.
Here's a question: can you breed that to your stuff, Jeremy?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You could, but then it would be making a mutt by all technicalities.
Well, yours are already diamonds, so they're already mutts.
They ain't diamond, damn it. Too many crickets. I believe
I mean, think about it. Freaking people are putting out designer green trees now, and all of a sudden they're like the thing to have, and they're freaking mutts.
Oh yeah, you can cross any Morelia.
Yeah, you can. I mean, let me see.
I mean, like
That's a lot smaller than I thought they'd be, Jake.
Dude, I would love to see that into something you got, Jeremy. I would love to see what the combo would be. See, that's a breeder brain like going.
Here I'm gonna blow your mind here.
It's not like doing going to a retic and all that kind of shit. They're basically both carpets. So how crazy is it? Like,
it really isn't.
It's like variable kings, right? I just learned all about that with Joe and everything. Them things are freaking sick. So I don't know why they be frowned upon in the same species kind of a snake.
It comes down to the fact that you can't get fresh blood. And if you start mixing it and then selling it and other people go, they get it, then they start mixing it. There's a thing of diminishing the bloodlines, and then you've got...
See, my brain goes, it's the easiest way to get fresh blood.
And on that note of like fresh blood, the popcorn carpets are the only ones that you can import anymore because they're not from Australia. So they're the only ones you can get fresh blood.
My wheels are turning over here.
Is there an issue with fresh blood in the industry as far as Papuans go that you know of, Jake, or are they pretty spread out? Because we can import.
The only thing I can recall hearing on that point is Nick Mutton would talk about the granite gene. And he was saying that was really heavily inbred over in Europe. And when he got it, he just outcrossed it for just a few generations before he even tried to make visuals because it was so bad. But other than that, I don't think that there's much concern with, because there is a lot of ability to get fresh blood and all that, as long as people...
Like I say, definitely got to excuse my ignorance with it. Like I said, I'm a ball python breeder, so I look at this probably different than a carpet breeder or interbreeding the species and all that stuff.
Well, you figured in all technicalities, like especially on the jungle end, you've only got so much gene pool to work with. Especially on the diamond end too, you've only got so much gene pool to work with.
Well, they not get a line breed.
A lot of the stuff is technically inbred.
So this stuff's not. Are they okay to line breed just like balls though? I mean, that's what I mean about the new blood and.
Oh yeah, I mean you can line. Oh, dude, she is dark. Look at that head.
Dude, they're badass. Like
her head's more yellow.
Her head has a yellow hue to it, which I thought was really cool looking. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that the one that came from Summer?
Yeah. So these both came from Summer. Who works for Canova. She put them up a year and a half ago or whatever that she was looking to rehome them, and I swiped them up. So
Jeremy, I think about like the color of yours and then the color of these mixed together would just insanity.
All right, well, I'm going to blow your mind right now, John. The two he just showed off are by all rights in the same family as my gelatins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like they are technically classified the same. So you see all these colors, and then you've seen what my gelatins look like, where there's no color. It's just black, white, and gray.
Right. But I'm saying, I'm talking about your bright, yellowy carpets into this color. What would it do?
Don't know. I don't think anybody's ever done it.
It's breeder brain. It's like, what would happen with that pattern, with your pattern, and the color shift? Would it take them yellows and spread them out more? Would it take on the pattern of this with them yellow pops? Like, no different in a jungle, right? A jungle with all that crazy yellows and blacks with crazy tipping into a snake like this, which is more pattern and the different tones of yellows and oranges.
Right.
It would be neat to get the orange, like if you could get my tipping aspect into those oranges, that would be cool.
Like I said, I'm looking at this as genetics. Like I said, I'm a ball breeder. What does it do? Like, and since it hasn't been done, like, what does it do?
I got an idea, guys.
I'd be going down because nobody's pretty much done it, or we're not talking about anybody doing it. Why not?
Let's make like 2 clutches of them, and Jeremy has to house all like 30 of the babies for 3 years until they all color up, and we see if it's dog shit or if it's a good project.
We'll know within a year. We don't even have to do the whole 3 years. They cool enough out there a year. Let's roll with it.
Yeah, it would be a neat thing to do. It would be like, and you're right on that mindset too, John. That the Condra people have done it.
Yeah,
and I think it's just you run in like the Morelia community is kind of split in half. You have your purist on one side, and you have your I don't give a shit. I just want a cool looking snake. Just
like the Colubra people. Like I said, when Joel was on, we were talking about the veritable king snakes. When I got in 10 years ago, it was a no-no. Like if you were a veritable king, you were like some kind of piece of shit breeder. It was bad. So I thought they were the coolest things, but I got rid of mine in the beginning because, like I said, people would look at you and be like, "Oh, you have crossbred and all kinds of stuff." I was like, "Oh, I don't need this smoke." Like there's too many cool snakes out there to be catching hate for posting a cool ass picture, right? Mm-hmm. It comes down to there's purists and then there's whatever, but ball pythons, like they do come from all kinds of different areas in Africa. We don't talk about the locales of the ball python world, right? And I never understood why that's okay, but like a species like this, they're from freaking Australia. One's 25 feet from the other, but we're going to name it this jungle, right? Got a different color. Why weren't they ever like okay to mix together? It's just kind of where my brain is thinking when you're showing that, because like I said, I haven't heard of that kind of carpet, and it is.
I said I can't believe you haven't heard of the pop ones. That blows my mind, John.
Well, again, it shows pretty much to me how kind of maybe they're rare that they are. Like I'm not a carpet breeder or a carpet like guy to go on forums and all that. I don't know about that stuff. So what I know about carpets is from guys I met along the way at shows doing them. A couple posted online that hit like a page and was like, "Oh, check this cool ass snake out, carpet, blah blah blah." I heard of Darwin's, but Poplin I might have heard of it. It's not registered in my brain in 2024. It might have been something I heard about 2012 or something. A cool ass Poplin was. I just didn't take notice. Right? It's just like talked about every day, so it's like it's not in my data bank of like Poplin.
They are rare of the carpets, I believe, and there is a Poplin olive too.
I actually think I have heard of the Poplin.
Right. So that might have been like kind of you're thinking of that cross. I think that's it. I don't think there's green trees on that island though, true, I believe, correct? In a lot of Indonesian islands. Or no?
I mean the island of Papua, are you asking what other pythons or what other carpets?
Or what other pythons that you might have heard of coming from that island? I don't think there's really anything else labeled Papua New Guinea or anything.
Right. I mean, you get like black lip or white lip pythons are from Papua New Guinea.
Okay.
Scrub pythons. There's a whole slew of different scrub pythons. But yeah, then there's the Papuan. There's the Papuan carpet, but there's also the Papuan python, which is what you're saying, the olive. I think that's like the olive python.
Okay.
Yeah. So I do love doing this show because, like I said, I'm learning new stuff like all the time. Even if I heard of it, it's getting explained like differently. It's crazy. They were cool ass snakes, bro.
Now, with that project, are you gonna hold all the babies back and let them color up, and then hold on to your light phases or your dark phases, or like you thinking about trying to save like your best male from that litter and breed it to that new female you picked up? Where are you trying to go with that? Have you thought about it?
I have thought about it actually. My intentions would be to breed these pair and save everything and just sit on everything and not worry about trying to sell any of them.
What are you looking at? 12, 16?
Say again.
Clutch size?
When they're kept smaller like that, they're like 10 to 15.
Okay.
But when they're bigger, they could be, 15 to 20 eggs or whatever. But yeah, 10 or 12 probably would be normal, I would think.
They're going to be tiny, man.
Tiny, yeah.
I think you almost have to keep the whole clutch though, Jake, just because like I've done. I've produced jungles 2 years now, and every time it's like, yeah, I think I kept the best one back. Then someone posts a picture of one. It's just like, well, I guess I didn't maybe keep the best one back. Apparently, it's just like you see ones pop up. It's just like shit. Like I shouldn't have let that one go. Phil's got one of them. Kike's got one of them.
Look, the one you stepped back from me.
Yeah, John and Christine had one. Thank God she came back.
Because I got an eye, bro. I picked that thing right out from the clutch. I said, that one.
Don't lie, John. You just liked all the 1-inch killers going down her side.
I'm freaking colorblind, so you had no idea what was going on. I'm taking credit for what my wife picked, by the way. You hear over here? She's like, who picked it?
But like they go through such a drastic color change, and I feel with that color palette that you're working with them, you almost have to keep them all back because I feel that there's too much room for error.
Yeah.
And deciding too early. With the jungles, I think you can tell a little bit more.
I feel like they're also proven out and teased out a little more than the pop ones have been. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, no, I definitely would want to hold them back. So obviously the male has like brighter orangey-ish color tones to him, and the female has darker. But when she is like fresh shed, like she really has nice orange scales along the bottom of her sides before you get to the ventral scales or whatever. But like if I could put like more orange and keep the dark, that would be like where I would love to go. Like keep nice dark, but like add this orange flavor to it would be really cool.
Trying to go for like an actual tiger look almost.
Yeah.
The color scheme anyway.
Yeah.
Orange and black.
Get the baby too, but you have to wait a second. I have to go into the other room and get him or her. If you want.
Sure. What's up,
you're gonna get the feisty one out, man.
I'll
You're
get the
brave.
feisty.
You are brave. While you do that, I'll run a channel sponsor real quick. Let's go ahead and run the next sponsor, guys, while Jake goes and gets that.
Make sure you check out Nathan at Infinite Possible Pythons. He is your guy to go to if you want to get into the Bang project. On top of it, he's working a bunch of awesome ball python projects. Kahua geckos, Leachianus geckos, crested geckos, some scaleless corn snakes, and he is your one-stop shop for all your branding needs. So check him out. Check out Chris Shelley over at S Reptilia if you need a high-end ball python, blood python, locality boa, or colubrid. He's also Pennsylvania's distributor of Coco to Go and the Chipper, and he can also hook you up with some rats. So make sure you guys check out Chris over at S Reptilia.
That was a quick grab, Jake. Can't be too damn feisty.
Well, I didn't get her out yet.
Oh.
She'll let me up. She'll let me up. Oh man.
Do you run all your totes with lids?
All of the ones that I have the carpets in, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That's purely due to a necessity, not because I chose to. But
now, what is this one? Is this a baby poplin?
This is the baby. Yep.
This is the one from Riley, right?
This is from Riley. Over the summer here, I got her.
Now, is that John's gonna be like, God, like Jeremy needs to get a life. Is this from like the Red Man lineage that Riley has?
No, actually,
oh.
no. But that would be interesting to dabble in that because that one definitely has some interesting colors.
See, that one's got some badass oranges. Orange, but see, my eyes a lot of orange in this one. That's why I kind of went to that assumption.
No, she definitely has some nice flaming on her side here, if it's picking it up or not. But
yeah,
and that takes time to come in. They get better with age, I assume.
Yeah, for sure. And she's. I'm trying to think when she was born. She was born in like.
She's got to be probably like a June or July, maybe by the size.
Yeah, but she's of the same lineage though as the male.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's just like, all right, which finger can I get? Looks like
an acid yellow belly ball python.
You better break that attitude. She's pretty, nice. That's very nice.
This is why I love the carpets though, because like they're so like just going with different localities, you get such a different color with them. It's crazy.
Okay, she's going back.
All right, you guys remember how I got the gelatin, the new gelatin boy in the house now? Put him in, and there was he wasn't bad at all putting him away. Yeah, I thought Nick sent me the wrong snake because I'm like, well, this dude isn't he's not a lunatic. He's pretty mellow.
Yeah.
I went to what night was it? I fed him Thursday night. Dude, he's a little dick. He came hard of it. Like, you saw that whole display that Jake was doing there where it's kind of like, angled back, all S-shaped, but the head's like really cocked back. He came out of his little hide like that at me, completely bypassed the mouse and came towards me. I'm like, you little shithead. See, all right, Nick sent me the lunatic. So I got a lot of work to do on that one.
Do they get as big as your carpets, Jeremy, the gelatins?
Gelatins will get more on the size of what Jake has. Like, they'll be a little bit smaller. Should be.
Geographically, where are the gelatins from?
Oh, God. Yeah, I'd have to, in all honesty, Chris, I'm not going to lie, I don't even know. I just know gelatins like a small city, like a small town, basically.
I was just curious if it's mainland or if it's, it sounds like it's another mainland.
It is mainland.
Okay.
It's a mainland thing, yeah.
But it's a very niche little area.
Yes, basically that one little hole.
So you might
just like that.
So you could almost treat it like an island, considering,
yeah,
kind of like certain mountain ranges split certain types of boas and stuff like that. And I wonder if that's similar in Australia. Like, is there a mountain range that runs up that center where it splits the east and the west, the rainforest, to the western side? That's wild. Yeah, very, very cool.
Basically, good. And the cool thing is too is like there's like two different looks with the gelatins. You get ones that look like mine where they have that natural exantic look, but then there's another form of them where it almost looks like you took Jake's poplin and mixed it with the gelatin. You get like some of the gray stuff, but then you start getting some like oranges, but they end up being more like a green color.
Interesting.
Like a greeny hue. It's hard for me to freaking describe, but like.
Do they integrate with like mainlands or something like that?
Yeah, let me see if there's not a picture or morph market of them quick.
I'm sure there's an integrate zone, for all.
Oh, they're probably.
I haven't read the whole more complete carpet python, the sequel or whatever. I haven't read it all yet, but I'm pretty sure that the gelatins are like in the same similar area as jungles. So kind of that northeast side of Australia, I believe, but I could be wrong on that.
Okay. Who wrote that book?
They used to be called gelatin jungles, but then Nick had gone over there. I guess they had done more testing on them, I guess DNA and stuff, and they found that they're more similar to the poplins than they are to the jungles by genetics.
That might be like the northern tip, Jake. That would make sense, if the gelatin town or locale is a northern tip of that rainforest of where the jungles are at. That would make a lot of sense.
So let me see.
Yeah, and you'll see people list the poplin carpets as Harrisoni for the taxonomical name or whatever, Harrisoni. But they're Nick Mutton and Justin Jewlander or whatever, who wrote the more complete carpet python. They are taking it upon themselves, as I understand it, more like they are just saying that we would classify them as the same thing, which would be variegata. So,
all right, here we go. All right, I'm going to flip flop us here real quick, Jake, just because I pull up. Hopefully it shows up.
Yeah.
What's blue is the gelatin?
That's where gelatin is, yes.
Then what's the red?
And that's the top of the pin.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I thought there was two
it's
pins.
just that way you can see where gelatin is on Australia.
So drop that map a little bit and get Papua New Guinea visual so people can see like how close that is.
Really is.
Oh god, now you want me to go into maps, man? What the
Well, no,
world?
you could have just opened that one up a little bit, couldn't you?
No. Like that, I googled
Gelatin.
gelatin in Australia map.
No, I didn't know if you could just open that map up there a little bit.
No, I can't on that one. Here, maybe. Here. This is.
Shelly, sounds like it's a job for you to do.
I'm on my phone. I can't move it. I'll lose you guys. I'll be able to go silent. I'll hit the wrong button.
Feet away, like I was talking about, and it just strolled over there and bred the other one. That's why you're you're getting these half and halves.
It went for a swim, right?
Yeah, they're hybriding each other. Just stuff.
They're gonna breed this year, right, Jake?
I had them breeding. I think I caught one time where they were locked up. But they've been just all over each other in general. Like they weren't shy of each other at all.
Okay. You still pairing?
Happened, but
still pairing?
Yeah, I only have them separated because I was going to feed them like tomorrow or the day after. But
nice. Do you do anything? Are you trying anything to triggers? Are you trying any type of like I guess it's like circadian rhythm, or is that what they call that? Like with the sunlight, and you trying to mimic any with the sunlight, the heat, or you warming them up, or you feed them anymore? Or you trying to give them a rainy season? Did you offer a dry over the winter? Oh yeah. So look at the distance between the island and them some of them tips, the coastal points.
That's a bar swim.
Okay. All right.
And gelatin's like it's kind of blurry, but it's the top.
That second.
Right there. Yeah.
Right there. Okay. That's wild. I'd love to go to Australia.
Oh, that'd be great. No, to answer your questions though, there, Chris, I did try a couple of things. I didn't do anything with the light, so the light has always just been kind of it's on in the morning and it's off in the evening, same time. But I did do feeding and temperature triggers to try to see if I can induce any kind of behavior and follicular growth or whatever. But so I fed them standard throughout the summer, and then at the end I fed them a couple good times, a couple good meals, and then I just shut them off of food, let them clear out for about a month. It was like right after Halloween, I shut them off food and let them go a month without eating, and then I started to drop the temperature a little bit over the next 3 or 4 weeks, and then just kept them down at like, I'm trying to think. I just let them cool down to the room temperature in the basement here where I keep them at night, and then I would just bring them up for a portion during the day, just a little bit to kind of give them a little bit of a basking spot, and then it would just shut off again all night. And I did that all from like the end of November to February. Like the beginning of February, I started to tick up their temperature, and I fed them 1 or 2 meals so far. And now I'm going to give them a couple like really good back-to-back meals and hope that maybe pushes the female over the limit here and go for that. So that's kind of what I'm trying. So
how low did you take them? Did you document anything? How low did you take them, and then what were you bringing them up to?
I was bringing them up to about like 80, 81-ish in that range. And
with a hotspot, or just 81 like ambient? Did you offer a hotspot?
In a hotspot. I have like an overhead heat in those tubs. So it was just bringing up the temperature there. And then I think I temp gummed them a few times just to see how cold they were. But they were like in the 70, like almost as low as 70 degrees. Maybe even like like a high 60s, like 68, 69.
Okay.
But yeah. I don't think that the temperature in their home range really varies that much. So I don't think that it's as necessary for them to get super, super cold. Like I probably was even getting them colder than they probably had to.
Right.
I feel like. I think there's definitely other carpet pythons that more in their home range, the temperatures vary more.
Yeah.
They might be more of a wet, dry thing.
Yeah.
Have you incorporated any of that? Have you started to miss since you've been warming up?
No, not really. Well, actually, technically, I did. I put like a humid hide in there with them. That was more or less just to kind of give the female somewhere to kind of rooch around if she's gonna rooch around or anything.
Okay.
I haven't felt any follicles on her. The few times that I have just held her and tried to palpitate her. So I don't know if she even is going to go this year or not, or if she needs 1 or 2 meals to really push her.
If you just started warming them up, yeah, I think it's a little early if you just started warming up in the beginning of February, Yeah. But I mean, if you start cranking now, you might, next 3 weeks, you might see a completely different snake when you open that tub.
Yeah.
Coming out. But you don't physically spray or mist like physical water contact?
No, I haven't. Nope.
You gotta watch that sometimes with carpets because I've heard of different carpet breeders say if you start misting them too much, you're gonna give your snake an RI real quick.
Mm.
Well, depending, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can get that with almost any snake too if you get the humidity too high. But I'm just curious as to what their actual natural perimeters are, at this time, this time of the year.
Yeah.
What's their normal humidity? It's like, what's it supposed to be at?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Should be
you're saying what do I?
So it's kind of like a ball.
Dalton?
Yeah.
I think they can actually get away with even less humidity than like a ball python.
Okay.
Yeah. Carpets rarely have a bad shed. Very rarely.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like the womas, and they need to be dry. Dry. They hate water.
Yeah. I feel like I've thought about
they hate water. They're like the easiest snake because they don't want humidity. So it's like 50 in the room's kind of fun, but their bedding has to be dry. Like they get them wet.
I've thought about the humidity thing with snakes, but not specifically with carpets versus ball pythons or something like that. But just I feel like I don't know if this is wrong, but I feel like I would probably err on the side of a little too dry, and then I can soak them if there's a stuck shed, or I can go from there, and then I'm not going to risk kind of like too wet and too moist and
you did the right thing to me. Like you put a humidity box in there where if they want to go into there and go around, they can do that.
The option, yeah.
Yep. So it kind of gives them the option. With the lids on, I'm sure the humidity is going to stay a little higher than normal, but
they can get out of it.
But like I said, I don't know the humidity of his room. Humidity of his room is like a normal whatever. Maybe it just bumps it up to where it needs to be. It depends. I know my room's dry as shit. Like I have to.
Oh yeah, this time of the year is horrible.
Oh, it's terrible.
I know a lot of guys they'll get like a PVC nest box made up and fill it up with sphagnum moss or however the hell you say it. Use that as like a humid hide, but it's also their nest box all in one thing. What I do
with all the colubers, we make them little sphagnum moss little bin, put it in the back, and it's usually where they'll go lay eggs.
No hive boxes.
Yeah.
And then the bastards lay the eggs out in the middle of the open anyway.
Yeah, the water bowl, wherever else they get them out at,
What other species do we learn enough about Papuans? Should we move on?
Oh, there's Riley.
Riley, your ears must have been burning, man.
We're just talking about you.
Mr. I was showing off your baby. Rewind.
Yeah, right. Hashtag replay game.
Right here.
Adam, what's up?
What's up, Adam? Feed him night. Feed him up, boy. Make sure you feed that rainbow clown girl real good. Hopefully you heard that.
He heard that. Let me run a channel sponsor quick, and then we'll switch into balls. Sound good?
Balls.
All right, here we go. Actually, let me run the last two sponsors, and then we'll get into the balls.
Head on over to Triforce Morphs if you're looking for that missing piece in your ball python breeding project. While you're there, add a little bit of laser citron to the mix, folks. John and Christine can also hook you up with the crested gecko, so don't forget that. Turn up the heat with Triforce Morphs. If you want to use the best reptile record keeping and tracking software on the market today, scan the QR code or click our partnership link in the description down below for a free 30-day trial of Husbandry Pro. I promise you, you will not regret it. Stop wasting time trying to prove out animals or taking chances on possible hets or genes you don't know that are there. Head on over to Charlie at Gray Rider Reptiles and ShedTesting.com for all of your shed testing needs. He's fast, accurate, and adding new tests on a regular basis. So head on over to ShedTesting.com and check him out. Make sure to use the code CARPET15 for 15% off of your shed test order. Use nothing but the best at ShedTesting.com.
Use those codes, guys. Use those codes. Ball Stars. That's a new face, I believe, in the chat. What's up? Thanks for tuning in.
What's up, Jeremy 4?
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Now there's a fourth Jeremy. Damn.
Mm-hmm. Year 1, Bald's 2, and then Jolly's 3, and there's 4.
Dude, I'm still trying to figure out how I became 1. Bald's so much older than me and he's been in the hobby longer. He should be 1.
Yeah, but you jumped and were on the podcast, so you were the one in the chats more, quicker, earlier, I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you are too.
Maybe they're.
I think
Jeremy 9000.
one for some reason.
I think you got it all wrong. They're just listening by color blindness.
Could be.
Number 1.
Very well could be. Riley, you did miss all the Pop-One chat, man. You missed it all. You missed all the freaking babies and the baby and then the adults, man.
You came on just as we were like, wrap it up, B.
Yeah.
Wrap it up.
We were trying to figure out geographic placements and everything, and
we
it
could
got
really
ugly
use
for a little bit. They're trying to figure out where shit is on the map.
There you go. Hey, there's one to have. We could have Riley on. We'll have Jake back on, and we could do just a little locality carpet thing and just get nerdy for an hour or two, just where they're all from and educate people, man. That'd be cool.
Dude, that'd be fun. Dude,
I love that.
I mean, I was gonna say I'd love doing like a carpet episode. Get a couple carpet guys on here.
That'd be cool.
I'll brush up on the book because, like I said, I didn't even finish it.
You got
I saw the book. I forget what show I was at, and I saw it. And I was like, I should really get that. Like, I really should. And I walked off. Got started vending. Forgot all about getting the book.
How many are there? 1 or 2?
There's 2.
There's 2.
Okay.
There's the.
Is it worth buying the first one or just buy the second one?
Sorry, you cut out there for a sec.
Should you buy the first one or just buy the second one, or both?
You could buy.
Good luck
both. You're gonna have photos. Yeah, you're gonna have photos and stuff that aren't in the second one that are all in the first one. Like they redid it completely.
Okay.
But get the first.
Boo.
No.
Can you get us one, Riley?
It's hard enough to find the second one. Like that one's even hard to come across. I've only ever seen it that one time.
I got up to Justin and asked him a year ago almost now, and that he actually sent me one when it came out or whatever. So
I just want to put it out. There's 29 people watching, 12 likes. Smash that like button.
That is unacceptable.
Charles.
Hit that freaking like button, please. Yes, listen. All right. I'm gonna punish everybody right now. If we do not get up
Where's
to
this guy at?
29 likes, all right. If we don't get to 29 likes, I'm showing the world what Sorrentino just sent me on my phone 5 minutes ago.
What did hold
You
on.
will
What-
all be scarred for the rest of your life.
You don't want to see that.
Before that even goes on, though, I want to know, where is Sorrentino? What did you do to him last week, Chris, without me here?
Me? I didn't do anything.
I don't know, man.
I didn't pick on him that bad. I went easy on him. I went easy on him. Trust me.
Showed up here today, no Sorrentino, and I heard you were rough on him.
Just right in the beginning.
Us Chris's got to stick together. There's only like 3 of us. All right. How deep are the balls?
Balls.
Balls.
What's your total count? What's your body count?
I honestly don't even know how many ball pythons I have. Give me a second.
That's what we all say. Come on, stop it.
I have a Freedom Breeder rack that I got this year, and it's not full. It's 30 bins, and I'm probably missing 1, 2, 3, 5.
Charles, what's that? 35.
I probably got like 22 or 23 ball pythons.
Okay.
That's it.
Yep.
Jeez.
I gave
room for all them
all mine
man.
for me, Chris.
Damn, Jake, I held back more than that last year. That's my fault, though. That's my fault. You're smarter.
More clutches.
Yeah.
That's fucking rookie numbers.
We need to change that. You need to you coming to Gettysburg? Come on. I got some shit for you, buddy. There's all the whole back stuff coming out.
Yeah.
Nah, just kidding. No, all fairness. What is what's your main focus project? So with a collection that small, I imagine you're laser focused on certain things.
Pretty much, yeah. No, absolutely. Like it's mostly revolves around hypo and clown.
Okay.
That's the majority of it all. I do have intentions with black lace to try to do something there. I have a male who's a black lace and a gravel.
Where'd you pick that up from?
Somebody out in California. I can't remember his name.
You don't see black lace too often.
Yeah, and I've seen it more lately with Brock was even putting stuff and Bob's balls.
Isn't black lace just blackback?
I think it's considered lace black back.
It has nothing to do with the lace gene. I can tell you that.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Yeah, it's totally
It
different.
confuses the shit out of people, man. People come up and they ask me for black lace and they think it's lace, and I'm like, nah, they're not one and the same.
It's unfortunate when names like that are too close and they're not anything related.
There's way too much of it, man. Even with different species, man, like fire and like
back in the day when black
brand.
labeled, it was black back is what I thought it switched into or what it came from.
Lace blackback is what I always heard back in the day.
Blackback, which then basically turned into HRA, Lori, a couple others.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I didn't.
What's up, David?
I didn't know that was the same stuff or whatever. Somebody's like switched it again. This game keeps switching with names. So I'm just like,
Now we have an HRA test. So send that black lace in to Charlie and see what that thing tests as.
There you go.
I mean, I don't want to shit on your parade if it's an HRA, but I mean,
well, like I said, not all black backs were HRAs. It's just that's kind of what they switched into. They had these snakes that were like just had a black back. They were like kind of normalish with granity patterns of black back. So.
Shit, look at Clown. They thought that was like a black back, right?
Oh, yeah. Way back when.
I tell you, all right. I'm gonna bring this guy out. I apologize right off the rip for anybody.
Is he gonna shuffle? Where's the Philly shuffle?
Oh no, it's not even. Chris, you're lucky. I love you, bro. You're lucky. I love you. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
I gotta sit up for this one.
I fell asleep. I fell asleep.
Are you still sleeping? Jake, I apologize. Jake, when you asked what you need to prepare for?
This is what I needed to prepare.
I just woke up. Fell asleep.
All right. Now, since is on here, so he can allow it. He sent me this picture for you, Jake. This was your Christmas card that you didn't get, apparently.
Well, this is good timing. We're here to talk about balls, and Chris is here, so.
I fucking totally missed it. He had his phone up to the screen showing Australia, and I was
I
trying
like
to text that picture, so it popped up on the screen, and he sits his phone down here, ding. I'm like, fuck.
Thing is, it wouldn't pop up like that on my phone, though.
So who took
just came up
that
that you sent a text. So your plan still would have failed epically.
Oh, damn it.
Who took that picture?
His wife.
I said, sadly, his wife supports this.
Well, he could have put Daisy up to it. I mean, it's possible.
Oh no, he'd be going in jail if he puts Daisy up. Stop.
Nah.
Stop.
She's a trooper.
No. The show does not condone that.
Well, And now Jake's like, yeah, I see now what they were talking about, and I'll just be ready for anything.
I knew with Chris Sorrentino, is that how you say it? Sorrentino? I knew with him the first time I met him at your place, Chris Shelley. There was some kids walking around with little baby rats because it was that gathering picnic thing that you had at your house or whatever 2 years ago.
That's the first time I met you, too,
baby rat, and they handed it to Chris, and he put it in his mouth just to freak them out.
I didn't de-poop it either.
I gotta de-poop them. Oh yeah, that was a good time. That's right. Soldentino. Soldentino. Yeah, not Sorrentino. Soldentino.
Deposits only.
You want something from Chris? You got to put a deposit down,
Leave
Jake.
a deposit.
If not, it's sold.
No matter how
It's sold.
serious you are, you got to put that money down. Or you guys
Doesn't matter how long he's known you. Doesn't matter.
Dude, I still got that sea serpent rat sitting here that I sold like freaking. I shouldn't have took a deposit on that. I think it's still sitting there.
Non-refundable, 30 days.
Yeah. You had to put a time limit on it, bro.
Dude, it's been here for 4 months. He said he's gonna pick it up at Gettysburg. I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
Just deposit to put your shirt back on.
Make sure I'm around when that rat gets picked up. I got to talk to this guy.
Yeah, what my phone call? I was gonna come get rats today.
I'm sorry. I never made it out there. I was a little lazy today. I made it like a true Sunday fun day. I didn't do shit today, for real. I was even late to this.
Oh, shit.
You were late, and then you blamed them.
My in-law stopped by, and then I was like, all right, gotta go. Oh, Jake's on, I gotta go. Now he's gone.
Jake the snake.
I still got the black lace in my mind. You have the snake?
I missed that.
John's a lace connoisseur.
Sorry.
No,
I just want to see the snake.
Yeah.
All right, now you go get it, Jake. You're good. You're good. I just want to point out one thing. Sorrentino will come on the live, belly dancing like a fool, shirtless, no shame. But he blacks his screen out so he can get up to put a hoodie on.
I know.
Maybe he wasn't wearing pants either.
I am.
All right. So this is him. He's small yet. He's not very big. But he's het. I forgot to say he's het black lace. So that's what he looks like. He's granite, het black lace. I have a female who's yellow belly, lesser, and she's just super bright, super yellow. I thought she was a really good example of that. So I was looking at black lace. Is that Freeway or is that, what would that be?
Oh, the gravel's doing that. That's right. He's gravel, right?
Gravel. Yeah.
That's what's doing that popcorn in the belly. I was like, oh, holy crap. Gravel, het black lace, or het lace black back.
Yeah.
All right.
That's only one of the other projects, but so that's him. I did have him pairing to her this season too, and I'm pretty sure they were locked up at one point, but she's big, so I'm hoping that maybe there's at least something there too.
All right. So if he's a het, that's a long-term project then, I guess. You got to keep everything again.
Yep.
Right, because there's no test.
Yep. But then also just trying to keep my eyes open for any other kind of black lace stuff out there that I might be able to build up a couple pieces to the puzzle.
You hear that, people? DM for Jake, the Ophidiarium, black lace.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Not many people doing much with it, but
what's his name? Those two guys used to have a lot of that, or had some of that with the Arroyo. Because didn't that all come back from what's his name? Yeah, R&B. Yeah.
They're not around anymore, though, are they?
I think R is still involved. B, I think, split.
Okay.
But B was the social media aspect of it. R was just he was the guy that stayed in the snake room.
That's where, like I said, the misunderstanding with the black lace, like I didn't know. basically like they call it a het black lace, like they call it Xanthics. It's a codominant. Supposed to be a codominant gene, and it's just a super form at that point.
Right.
So that was my understanding of black lace. I could be wrong. It's just that
lace blackback are different.
Yeah, I didn't know nothing about it.
Yeah,
That's great. Why would you name something so freaking similar?
Sean, where did that come out of? Do you remember whose collection? It was one of them old timer guys.
Yeah, it's been kicking around for a long, long time.
Damn it!
Well, it's recessive black lace.
Yeah, black lace is a recessive gene.
Okay.
The thing, if you look at this, if you even in Morph Mark, you look at the supers, it's like what they're calling black lace. There's like it's like a het red Xanthics look or red Xanthic.
Yeah,
so it's kind of like
lace blackback, and they're two totally different.
The only way to solve it is, like you said, send it in for a het red Xanthics test and see if it comes back, because it'll cut a lot of the work out. If it is just het red Xanthics, now you're messing with codoms to make supers instead of playing with a recessive.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yep, for sure.
It's not enough about it out there to really put a thumb on it and be like, yeah, what's this?
The gorilla is very similar to all of that crap.
Gorilla's another one. It's like different. But I don't know.
I swear that gorilla GHI he has look just like the HRA GHI I have sitting in my drawer here. Like I'm one of these days I'm gonna post that and just be like, can you guess the genes? And I bet you people are gonna be like, "Oh, is that gorilla?" I bet you.
It was attached to het red Xanthics, and then there was like the black in there. I made like red Xanthics. They were identical, like jet black looking het red Xanthics. They were nuts. So it's just all like that. They're what's it called, genes? Like you kind of got to work them to really know, and they've been around so long. There's no really pinpoint on if it's really doing anything. It's the best way to describe. I don't know.
Well, I got a couple of super red. I got some red Xanthic stuff and a lot of het red Xanthic, Jake. So down the road, we'll have to, especially if you have to keep that whole clutch. We'll talk.
That's why my rack's not filled up right now, because I know I have stuff that I'm gonna
Hey, the end result is something cool. It makes something cool, and that's all that matters. And then you just follow that and see where it goes.
Yep.
All the names are just names until they're genetically tested anyway, right? Like,
yeah.
Sure.
Now, what else do you have in the rack? What else?
Hypo.
Yeah. I have a pied project. That's that was the clutch last year, was getting hypo pied holdbacks that are double het. So I have 3 babies from that. There's
they were beautiful. Those what were they?
They were GHI, Mojave,
bananas.
Yeah,
they were pretty. What would you keep back from that?
I kept back 2 males and 1 female, just because there was only 1 female.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
What's the end up coming out?
Say that again.
What was she? What genetically? Would you hold back genetically?
She's just Mojave, and then the male is the GHI Mojave banana. I could get them out too, actually, real quick. Since we're doing show and tell.
Yeah, sure. GHI Mojave bananas are one of my freaking favorite banana combos. Like the one that I held back for my first year, dude. She is so bloody freaking amazing. Like,
and then to be het hypo and het pie, dude, it makes them like so much. Almost the color was so soft on the hatchling. It was wild.
Yeah.
It was intense. What was the other male you kept back from that?
He was just one that I liked the look of, but he was just a banana and Mojave. Yeah, banana. Okay. He didn't have the GHI.
A slight backup breeder? Is that what you're going to hold him for?
Yeah, I'll do that. I don't want to have to use them if I don't need to, but I would if I needed to.
You hear that? Backup breeders. You hear that? He has them if he needs them, but he doesn't want to use them. Backup males are important.
Oh, backup males are very important.
Especially if you produce it. You produce it, keep it.
Yep.
I ran a brick wall, man, year after year for not having enough males.
That's a good looking just Mojave too, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the lady here. Yeah, so this is the female girl. Yep.
Yep. Are you afraid just having Mojave in your pie projects is going to reduce your pattern?
Yeah.
Because I've seen a lot of Mojaves with just head patterns.
There
they
was a solid pattern on the Mojaves, like no matter what you
have
mix
some, yeah.
dots. Which is cool when you add it into certain things. If you're going like one way or the other with color, it's a great color shifter.
Are you thinking about bringing something else in predominantly to help with that, or combat, or go along, accent it?
I don't
Like,
think
what's your next step? What's your next step in there?
Yeah. Yeah. I really haven't gotten that far into that. Yeah.
A great combative gene for it, if you do want to like stretch a little bit, is NT, of course. It adds a little bit more pattern.
NT Mojaves are sick.
Right, blackhead will keep the patterns. Mahoganies will keep the patterns a little bit better than like a black pastel or a cinnamon, because they're gonna shrink it down on you. Orange dreams make them a little brighter, makes them pop a little bit more. Yeah. But they come all Mojave come with like a solid, like instead of having the stripes in them with all the color, it's a solid blotch.
It's a patch, yeah.
Yep.
So if you like go blackhead maybe or mahogany, you can make it darker, or you can go the other way with banana and all these other orange dreams, and you make it like almost like a fluorescent dot on it, like orange. Depending on which way you want to go with the Mojaves, it makes some really cool pies. It's just the key is trying to get as much pattern back on it, because it is a pattern reduction. Because if you look at the Bell complex, the lessers pies take all the pattern away. 100%. Like they are white pies, and they have a elongated beak and small eyes. Kind of weird. Mojave doesn't do that, but it does do that. Like Chris was saying, or blotches. So,
dude, I saw a banana Mojave pied hypo, and that thing was like, the colors were amazing, but it had like 2 dots of pattern. It was so, you needed so much more. It needed a little bit more coverage, and that thing would have been smoking. So I could imagine what Enchi and something like that project would do, or Orange Dream, just to add.
Yeah.
I might have something for you, Jake, this year, maybe. Which you go. I paired my GHI Mojave Banana Girl to a OD Enchi pied this year. So, I mean, there's no hypo in there, but it would help you with the pied aspect of it, at least.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So this is one of the highest pattern Mojaves I ever made. I kept it because of it.
I love that color tone.
It's neat because I've turned these like literally like electric yellow and orange with doing bananas to them with Orange Dream and Yellow Belly and stuff, and it takes the pattern and scatters it. But you're always gonna have like this solid whatever, like this patch on Mojaves always come out solid. I've never seen them have any pattern in here.
Yeah.
It's just so it's like I was talking about a color shift. Like if it did blackhead, I would assume this will get deeper, darker. Same as mahogany. But if you do black pastel, I've done black pastel with this girl. It literally just like does a little mark on her head. I made them all white too, where it's just like a little tiny mark on her head, like a little black dot or a little brown dot.
Like war paint.
Be careful with some of the pies. Like they go the other way and they reverse pattern and take everything away. They have super high white, just a speckle on them of color.
Interesting. Yeah, I have blackhead that's in the hypo clown thing. That would be interesting to kind of see what that direction went with coloring that patch differently. That's interesting.
Oh,
yeah, man. You might be able to squeeze that in there and have some couple possible hats, you know?
Yeah.
I'm a blackhead lover.
After all the town, I got hooked on blackhead.
Blackhead's cool.
Blackhead hypos are so sick.
Mm-hmm.
I have.
If only mine would have been het for one of the
Yeah. So what else? What other ones you working with? Let's see some more snakes.
Oh, let me see.
That was hypo. Do you have anything else in that project with pied or hypo clown?
The hypo clown. Well, I mean, here Let me grab this guy. Oh no, he's in shed.
That's all right. Don't look at him.
This is
Hypo clown.
this is the double het hypo clown. He's a blackhead. He's definitely deep in shed right now, but
Oh, yeah.
but this is from you, John. Actually, earlier this year.
Yeah, wait till you see that in clown film form. You're gonna freak out.
Just blackhead?
No, blackhead Mojave. Blackhead.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
blackhead Mojave, right?
Yep, blackhead Mojave.
Okay, I would suggest Mojave. There it is.
Which ones that I have Phantoms or Mojaves? Probably from Mojave stuff.
Oh wait, but that's visual hypo though, right?
No, he's just in shed.
So, John, is that a baby to that girl that I have that I got from you?
Hold on 1 second, Jeremy. What?
Oh, it goes out here. I really like it.
Okay.
Double.
Well, go ahead, Jeremy. I'm sorry. Christine was leaving.
No, you're gonna. Is that a baby from the female that I got from you? by
It
chance?
could have been, or it could have been just another pairing. I did a couple pairings across the board, but that definitely could have been.
Is there
Okay.
is there red gene in that line, John?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, like
I
some
see
of them came out not red gene. It couldn't tell as babies on some of them. That one definitely looks like it could have the red gene in it. I'm
Like
sure.
it's not intense, but like, I mean, it's in shed. It's hard to see the blushing and the intensity of it. You know.
Mhm.
He's definitely pretty dark when he isn't in shed. But
Yeah, they usually like super. All that black is black. That when they go in the shed like that, it kind of just like whatever.
Right.
Yeah, you can see how
Red Gene Ringer.
his eyes are blue.
yeah.
Neat.
But I
Is
made
that a
some of
boy-
them that had the
boy or
red
girl?
bottom. It's crazy.
That's a boy. That's the guy who I paired to this girl. This is the leopard black pastel. So she's the one who I'm hoping. Oh.
Good catch.
Dave.
Oh man, you almost had a John moment.
She didn't even bite you.
Hey, that's
You did it
pretty
too, Sorrentino, so you can't say that. You dropped your snake too on live.
Don't be
Oh,
surprised
look
when
at
you
that.
breed
That
girl.
pattern is nice.
Don't be
Yeah,
surprised
well-
when you breed that girl and something fucked up comes out.
Yeah, look at the
Look at
pattern.
the
on
eyes
that.
breaks on that shit, dude.
Did that come from John too?
Hey,
Yeah, this is actually John. I didn't know when I got it, but after talking with the person,
that thing got the lag gene in it, man. Look, another granny gene. Woo.
That double head hypo clown.
yep.
It could be
Wow.
yellow belly. Dude, it must look yellow belly. I don't remember having yellow belly in that pairing.
Did you get locks?
Yeah, her and that blackhead.
Watch
Man.
that, watch that girl prove pied for him too.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
John, that's head for a box of chocolate right there.
He's head-eyed and
The
chocolate.
funny part is, that snake was probably produced right around the time that I started finding the chocolate stuff that was entered into my hypo project. So, I mean, you could get a chocolate light type gene or something that darkens stuff up because that's not a normal looking leopard even for a head.
Okay, interesting.
I think it was wild looking.
Yep.
Thanks.
Yeah, I got a lot of funny stuff floating around and
Are you doing any shows, Jake?
I mean, it depends on how well these pairings go. I have 3 emails that could go. 1, 2, 3. Some of them would definitely have babies that I would try to sell.
Yeah.
I think I'd have to have enough to make it worth getting a table, but I would love to have a table, even if it just was a small thing to sell, just to start kind of trying that.
Yeah.
Just those, but
Just to kind of get the people a little bit.
So where
Is
you
that so-
located? How far away from Gettysburg are you or Notes?
I'm about the same distance from both. It takes me like a little over an hour to get to both.
Okay.
Yeah. Gettysburg is probably a little further away. It's probably like an hour and 20 minutes.
Where are you at?
Yeah, where are you?
You say Schuylkill County, right?
Schuylkill County, yep. So I'm just over the mountain where the mountains start on the Blue Mountain Appalachian Trail.
How far from Blue Mountain Ski Area?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Okay.
It's actually a good area.
It's like
Shows
around
for
Palmerton.
an hour. Yeah.
Sorry, say it again.
Like Palmerton?
No, not that. I think that's north of me, actually. I think.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm not far from Berks County. Like I'm like 10 minutes and I'm in Berks County. So
Oh, okay. That's where I was like looking to move.
okay. Yeah, so it's Pine Grove is the town technically, but there's Pottsville that's up here that's a little bit further north of me.
I want to see where this is at now.
Yeah, I was looking at houses in Blandon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's down closer to Reading, I think. But yeah.
Dude, you're like directly just north of me, basically. Then
Yeah, because you're down in Lidditz, right?
Mount Joy, Columbia area, yeah. So you're basically
You guys are neighbors.
basically, yeah.
You're Amish
I
neighbors.
thought you were
kinda.
closer. Did you do York show today, Jeremy?
No, I did a gun show today. I was making. I attempted to make real money today.
Real money?
How'd it work out for you?
My wife loves me.
Oh man,
it was a weird day,
dude. They're
It
the
was
best.
a weird weekend, to say the least.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't do bad, but we also didn't do the hauls that we had the past 2 times that we did shows. So,
well, you sold all the mostly hot stuff, probably, right?
oh my God, no, no, no.
Yeah.
No, dude. Literally, like, we have maybe slightly put a dent. And by dent, I mean like a golf ball size dent. at best.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like, we were putting stuff away, and we were looking for something for a guy that had asked a question. I said to my brother, I said, "What's this?" Pulled out a box, and here it's a commemorative piece, and here's it. I said, "Well, hell, there's 2 of them." Pulled out that one. It's a different commemorative piece. I mean, it's just like we just sat there like, good God. More stuff. Yeah.
More money.
It's just chipping away, man. That's all we do is we just chip away at it, and kind of go with the flow with it. But yeah, kind of snake money, pay off debt, a little bit of snake money here and there. Pay off another bill, a little bit more snake money after that. You kind of spread the wealth a little bit.
Get your nerd money, get some more Star Wars.
Oh boy.
Now you got it.
So you showed off.
What's he got? Chips too? Jesus Christ!
I was gonna say, what the hell was that?
You better put one in the mailbox for me.
Bought him candy and all kinds of stuff.
My wife loves me, dude.
Oh, dude, you got the big bag. You got the Halloween give-out bag.
You keep him fed, he won't leave.
Oh, damn.
Damn right, dude.
You're going to be diabetic.
Diabetic? About 10 years ago. We're good, brother. This is all night away, borrowed time.
Give me some insulin with that.
We're on borrowed time. So, back to the snake.
YOLO.
Your pairings going. You told us the one. Which was that your most anticipated, or were any of the other ones more anticipated?
Yeah, what other hypo clown stuff?
Other hypo stuff.
Damn right, Dave.
I have a male who I'm not planning to use him right away, but he has
Fuck, I need candy.
I missed that. What did he say?
It's an emergency. He needed
there wasn't even
candy.
any pressure. He just broke under peer pressure.
That guy problems.
Exactly. Like,
I still want a Daisy's fruit snack.
No, I have a male who I'm not sure where I'd use him or that I'd use him yet, but he has a hidden gene Woma, or that's in the hypo. He has hypo also. He's pastel hypo, yellow belly, hidden gene Woma is what he is.
So he's almost like an inferno hypo. Missing edgy.
is that one from us?
Yeah, that was like the second snake I ever bought.
Dude,
All right, next question. Is there any snakes not from Triforce?
I know. What the fuck? John got another one on the hook.
This is great publicity for you, John. You know that you sell really nice snakes.
I'll tell you what, man. It's a project
Right.
I gave up way too early and was the Hidden G Moma Yellow Belt project.
I love that fucking clown project.
Got a couple here that can still do some stuff, but I sold the main breeder. It's one of the biggest ass kicks I need. I wanted to kill myself after I sold it. He was the most sickest, baddest ass freaking hypo I own. And I'm like, oh, it's just Hidden G Moma and Yellow Belt. I'll sell it. Son of a bitch, dude. Breed that dude. If you got any hypo girls, you got anything, whatever, you're gonna be blown away by the way they come out.
Yeah.
Is he het clown?
He's not het clown that I'm aware of, but
He's possible het pied. I promise you that.
okay.
Marcel, what's up, Marcel?
We discovered pied in the original Hidden G Moma by accident about 2 years ago.
Mm.
So that came out, and Hidden G Moma pieds are way cooler than people give credit for. Like, there are not many of them out there, but they are sick.
I have that in my MJ project, John. In G Woma.
And dude, my Hidden G Moma stuff don't wobble. Like, none of the stuff I made would not wobble.
Yeah.
That guy's nice.
I have no issues with any of that.
I'm gonna put orange and citron in that shit this year.
I know, Jason.
Read that comment. It's called producing quality animals. That's what it's called.
Mm.
What? Odin?
Yeah, show Odin. I believe
Wifey's Odin.
Slight guess here, and say that this might be the wifey watching you to make sure that just that way she can suffer with you. Possibly, maybe she wants to be blind with you after the picture I showed earlier. She might be scarred for life, Jacob.
She might have liked it. Yo, she might have liked it. We don't know.
That might be Jake. That might be the new kid now.
This one was her pick, so that's why she really likes him. Like I said, he was like the second snake we ever bought. Now he has some stuck shit on him here, but
That's that. We all have stuck shit.
so he's here.
Like I said, get yourself just any kind of hypo, get an entry hype, get something, and throw him to it. You're gonna be like, oh shit. The colors come out like a nuclear in his hypo line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I have a female hypo now. I really like this hypo that I had. The first clutch I had was a GHI Mojave hypo. That was the female. She was a visual. And I bred her trying to get super GHI visual hypos. I didn't get any, but I got a couple females that were hypo. And it's just a really nice, really clean line of hypo that I really like. That I would put anything kind of to try to get a project built around that girl just specifically. But
hypo is one of them things, man. If the right line will change the world, like with the way they look.
Yeah, that's the pastel Hingy Woma.
Yellow belly.
Okay.
I can't remember what else was in this pair. I think that was it for this one.
Yeah. Yep. Pastel, yellow belly, hidden gene Woma.
Possible het pied.
Okay.
That's Nicky test.
Nice.
Back positive. So maybe we just go for 2 for 2.
Oh, look at those yellows. Yeah, the camera's not picking the yellow belly up, but when it hits that certain tone, look at that crispy yellowness. Look at that.
When that dude was little, he was crazy yellow.
I bet it was like vibrant.
Yeah.
He does have yellow that really does come out on him. It's kind of hard. He has a bunch
of
the
angle doesn't catch it right, but then it does catch it.
Yeah.
Like right there, you
go. Got the mom.
I kept back a lace version of that without the pastel. I can't wait to got her maybe going this year.
Yeah. But the female hypo who I have from that first clutch that I ever had, she's right here. She's just a really nice hypo girl.
Oh yeah, nice orange hypo.
She heifer anything or?
Not that I'm aware of. Nope.
Got a granite look going on in the bottom half of her.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I love
one of the coolest hidden gene Womas that I've seen lately. You guys won't be surprised, but hidden gene Woma Exantic. Holy crap! Blew my mind when I saw that animal.
I'm bringing it back. That's what mine is. MJ Exantic hidden gene Woma.
It's one of the most slept on genes there is in the game.
Yeah. like the pattern's cool on Hidden Gene Woma. Like,
Yep.
when like looking at the one that Jake was showing off, like it had like I hate saying this. That's the only thing I like with Sunset is like Sunset gives like a pattern that looked very similar to that Hidden Gene Woma that Jake had out. I like that pattern. I just don't like the Sunset's color. But that pattern, freaking amazing.
It holds, man.
Yeah. Chris, did you get something out or? Okay, I was gonna say I thought you ran off, but then I wasn't sure if you ran off to go get a snake or what.
Yep.
Per T, man. Per T.
Camera's got a weird angle on it, but
I think it's your light color is weird.
Yeah, he's like a buckskin tan, like, and just
Yep. Like that color tone.
The whites are just intense in person. It looks nothing like the camera. It's definitely got a lot of yellow. Jaundice.
Yeah.
But no, MJ and Hetra are MJ and
yeah, you guys are talking about Blackhead.
That'd be a good one. GHI Blackhead Hypo. I'm putting into a that's gonna be sick.
Super Blackhead Hypo popped up on my screen.
Yeah.
That was pretty nice. That's going to Tinley. That's for sale.
That's cool.
It's had something too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's had G-stripe.
Yeah. I saw that.
Look at what your mean little wife said about me. That is just rude. She is mean, man. She is mean.
I'll tell you what I like in Axanthic. Calico.
Well, duh. Come on. Really?
They're cool looking.
Come on, Chris.
Jake, do you like Axanthic? Do you like Axanthic, Jake?
Froze.
I think he froze.
I thought
that
look, Jake, talk
He's
to
still
me.
thinking about it.
Jake, do you like, which line do you like? MJ? Come on, talk to me.
Jake,
come on. Now's not the time to freeze up.
Is that COVID?
He's frozen under pressure.
Damn it, Jake. Jake from Snake Farm, where are you?
This episode.
You know what it is? It was all because his wife probably went in there, he snatched him, is now putting on a Santa cape and boxer shorts.
These are awesome, dude.
It's all part of his plan.
This episode just made me pull this one off Morph Market. God damn it! It's costing me money watching this shit.
Mojave, Super OD.
No Mojave.
Oh, really? I thought that's solid pattern. Wow.
Nope.
Because we were talking about Mojave.
When I tell you what this is,
Hidden Gene Woma, OD Pied.
Hidden Gene Woma, Orange Dream, Yellow Belly, Citron Pied. Possible.
Orange Dream, Yellow Belly, Citron Pied.
But look at that pattern. Look at that pattern. It's perfect. It's like.
Oh no!
His phone died.
Yeah.
Is that her real name?
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
Freaking Chris.
You think it was a stage name?
Yeah.
Her alias.
Yeah, look at that. That color's insane.
That is wild.
There's Jake.
And that's Jake. Look at the head of Hidden Gene Woma. Like it's so distinctful in Pied.
Oh yeah.
Why does it keep flipping this shit?
The camera loves me.
Oh, for sure. Look at that.
So, like, I had this thing on Morph Market for like $450. I just yanked it.
Is it a male or female?
Female.
Sold. No.
that's what I said with Morph Market, man. It's so tough. Like, it just seems was sitting up there like a couple weeks. We're sitting there talking about Hidden Gene Woma, talking about the ones, and I'm like, I'm fucking yanking that snake. Fuck this.
Just put it on hold. Don't take it off. Just put it on hold.
Like thinking, like I keep forgetting, like how badass Hidden Gene Woma is. I'm like, I only made one of these.
Jeremy just
my whole Morph Market will be all start getting deleted. I'm like, oh, go keep it. Keep it. It gets bad. But now they're cool.
Christine's not going to let him come on next week now. She's going to beat his ass tonight. And
She
no,
will
you
not
got to
be-
come on. Next week's your auction.
I'm going to show
Folks,
you
this
something.
snake will be up for auction next week because Christine will make John do it
I'm
live.
going to show you
I'll be-
something.
I'll
My
be
Hidden
watching.
Roma is my biggest snake. If it's possible, what's it called? That Sub-Saharan?
Oh, Volta.
Volta. Yeah.
There's Sub-Saharan, Volta. There's what else? There's one more, I think, too, that they try to classify as like huge.
16 eggs a year.
Oh yeah.
God, dude, 16 eggs?
Yep.
Oh, that's part blood python.
She's done
big,
16
dude.
twice, and she's done 15 once. And
Jeez.
1 year out of her.
Mm.
She's
Big
done-
big old girl.
This poor little pie's getting squished.
Yeah, right. Damn.
He's a
Damn,
poem.
is she grabbing?
Yes.
Yeah. Whew. She looked a little poochy.
Yeah.
Jeremy, stop pushing buttons.
Dude, whenever I click on a comment, it switches the screen. I don't know what is up with StreamYard tonight. It's
Oh,
pissing me
no
off.
more holdbacks. That pie's for sale.
Hey,
Like
what
you
about
said,
make me keep here? This
We'll talk,
this girl
Christine.
never leaves. This is Christine's like favorite snake.
that's a nice big girl.
Mel even says you're not allowed holdbacks too. He's laughing at you while he says it.
Who, Mel?
I only held back like 70 this year. It's not that bad.
Jesus Christ. Damn.
How many?
Like 70.
Good. Christine, you need to help this man. Just start selling things while he's at work.
Don't worry.
That pie he just pulled, you can just send it over here. I'll pick it up on
No.
Monday.
I had dibs. I have dibs and equal dibs.
I'm
Dude,
doing
all right.
pushing-
No matter where
pushing
Sorrentino gets
Morphs.
moved
I don't know.
to,
I
it
think-
throws his ass up there.
I just put up a lot of really nice snakes on Morph because I'm not allowed to have any more holdbacks. It's bad, man. It's bad.
All right, Jake.
All right,
What
now
else we
we
got?
have to
Do it then,
in the hot
man.
because he froze the live or die question that Chris asked him.
Calico. What do you think about Calico?
I personally love Calico. I haven't had tons of luck with it personally breeding it.
No.
It's a personal thing. It's not a worldwide thing.
What's up, Will?
Calico I had like always went off the wall right before breeding. I'm like, then I would breed them and I would only get like one Calico out of them, whatever. I'm like,
Interesting.
So I haven't made a ton of Calico, but I love the gene.
Yeah. I have a Calico female. Trying to think who I paired her to.
John.
Whose bedtime music's on in the background?
Mine.
Turn that
No,
crap off.
Sean, I called dibs, Sean.
I got yelled at because I
So,
only
I
got like
win.
5 hours sleep.
We got it. Sean, no, Sean. Now. Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah. So I paired her
hoping
to
his
that
child
same
was something
black lace male.
Okay.
Long term, nothing immediate return on that, but
She's got good white on her. She's
Yeah, she's really nice calico too.
got the nice ringed out outside pattern.
yeah, I like the bright ring around it. Yep.
So where are you heading with this one? The black.
I put that black lace male.
Okay.
So
He's got a
It'd be
real
darkening.
granity looking crazy pattern too, so that could be something odd.
For sure.
yeah,
Especially like the high end, the high blushing points on it. The calico will really pick it up and run with it.
yeah.
John, Christine selling the snake, dude. Christine, I will give you 50 cents more than whatever Sean is offering.
Boo.
I say we run it on the auction next week and freaking have a bid war on these two.
Yes, I'll be in it.
Yes. And make John be there auctioning it off so that way we can all watch him cry and be like, why did I open my big mouth?
Why did I show that animal? I should have just been quiet.
Well, it was on my morph market. I was planning on selling it. We're sitting there talking about hidden G woman. I'm like, I'm severe fucked up in the head. So they're like, I'm like, I want my animal back. Like, I'm like, I didn't even sell it. It's still sitting here. I'm sitting there like, I got one of those. I'm like, oh, fuck, it's for sale. Christine does these things to me, man. She makes me get rid of certain animals. I'm like, God damn it.
Sure.
And I try to like bribe her, like, oh, it came from your favorite girl. She don't listen.
She knows all the tricks.
Yep. Yep.
So, Jake, Chris was putting you in the hot seat here.
Oh,
What
boy.
line of Exantic do you like the best?
Whoa.
And Jake,
It's
choose, but
it's
choose
easy.
wisely.
Actually pretty easy. It's MJ. That's me. It is actually.
Man, you're lucky I like you, Jake, because I have the button right on remove right now, man. I was gonna click it. I like you though.
All right. Let's just get this clear. He ain't wrong.
The only Axanthic ball python that I had ever saved in my morph market as like a, you're saving it eventually, maybe you get to it if it doesn't sold, was MJ line MJ. So
He ain't wrong. MJ line is the nicest line of stuff.
MJ is nice. Yes, I will agree. MJ is nice.
It's not available as much, and there's not as much of it out there. What's your second favorite? Let's get this squared away. You better leave him alone, freaking mute.
All right,
Listen
choose wisely, Jake.
second favorite, it's VPI. Sorry.
Cancel.
All right, that's a nice show, everyone.
Oops, wrong button.
Yeah.
Ever since Nate did that to me, that is so freaking fun to do that to people. Just for
How does it feel as a guest to be kicked off?
Look at that. I throw the challenge flag, motherfuckers.
Blow the whistle.
Although that guy DJ or JD or whatever out west who has the TSK, that guy
Jeremy's
really done
boyfriend.
a number on that gene for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He's got that shit so deep and locked. That's why his shit's so nice. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
that Exantic clown mail that I got from him, I am so thankful. Figured his shit out because he's breeding. He was locked up, John, with that big blackhead girl I got from you for like 4 freaking days. He would not let go of her. I was like, "You get her, little buddy. You get her."
Good, man.
I was cheering for him and everything.
He switched heavy beans halfway through. Didn't even notice.
Once you get breeding rate and everything, it's one and done, man. Stop wasting your time. One and done. 4-day lock, it's a one and done. I won't even touch that snake again. Done.
Fucking drain that one, man.
Drain the shit out of that boy.
Go. He went from not wanting that touch of a female to not wanting to let him go. I was
That
like,
movie's like milk the shit out of that man.
he's locked up with 2 girls so far. That big blackhead girl, and then the Firefly and she had Exantic girl he locked up with. So
That's
I
good.
wish you would have figured it out before the pastel double het ovulated, though. He didn't figure it out in time for her. But that's where a while back when you were saying about the backup males, Jake.
Yep.
That's where the backup male saved my ass. Because I had a backup, he was leopard vanilla Exantic het clown. So I threw him to that girl just to make sure that I got a clutch from her because she was going to go. So I don't think that the clown remotely touched her because I never saw her.
The only thing I'll tell you, be careful with backup males. Don't come stumble in your room at 2:30 after the bar, freaking hanging out drinking, and decide a pair of snakes. Because that's what you start doing. Backup males start entering all this. You're like, time to pair. So you pair everything. You're like, oh shit. Nope,
It's oddly specific, John. It's oddly specific situation there.
Yeah.
It sounds like this has happened from a friend.
It happens at least 4 times a year. To the point, literally, my new rule became last year, 2 years ago now. Get rid of everything in this room that I don't want to use because it will end up in a bin that I don't want it in. Because I'll have a male, right? It'll be pissing me off, and I'll be thinking about a drink, and I'll be like, this dumb bitch don't lock. This dumb bitch, I'll teach him. I'll take the other male and throw it in there. And I'll be like, fuck, man, I did that a little too early. I should have waited a little bit. Next thing you know, of course, all the babies are the one I didn't want, and then you end up going like 5-6 females. Next thing you know, you got 5-6 females with all shit you didn't want.
Oops.
But look at this one, John. No holdbacks then. No holdbacks.
That's how I look at it, man. Glass half full all the time. Never had a bad day in our lives. We're freaking old, doing shit over time every year.
No, that's good stuff.
But no, I definitely have done it. Come in here like, but we don't breed. Let me take the back up. Oh fuck, man, that was about 3 months premature. Shit. Okay. Now you're stuck with the backup. With the backup.
Now, Jake, did you get males solely for kind of that purpose of, hey, I'm going to get this male because he's going to be a really badass for like, just in case this doesn't go, I'd like to do this project as well? Or was it kind of something where you switch gears partway as you're growing them up, you kind of switch gears a little bit with them, and then you're like, yeah, well, he'll still work, but we want to go this direction now instead?
A little bit of both. The one that I referred to earlier was from last year's clutch, so they're baby young yet, anyways. But that one I just kept 2 males, and they're both double het that way, and I know for sure. But then I definitely have had where like there's a male who I have thinking towards one project, and then a year or so rolls around and you think about something differently and you kind of steer away from that for sure. There's, like I said, like I'm kind of focused on the whole hypo clown mostly, and then just kind of tinkering around with what I have already at this point, for now. But it changes. In 6 months, I might think something else.
Well, see, and that, like, for me, like, when I bought the Vanilla Leopard Exanthic Het Clown, he was supposed to be the showrunner. I got to talk in the JD a little bit, and I'd been planning on getting some nice stuff from him for a little while. I was talking with him, and he put up this Exanthic Clown, his pastel GHI Exanthic Clown, and offered it up to me. I thought, well, shit, man, like, I've got to do that. And then I switched gears midway through my whole breeding plan process. It's like, all right, the Exanthic Clown's the main focus. The other boy is now the backup. And then just to have everything kind of flip-flop on me, not under my own power, to where I needed that backup more like now, because that Exanthic Clown just wasn't quite ready early enough.
Did you switch gears in the middle of breeding, or did you switch gears before you started breeding?
I had switched gears. The first gear switch to the Exanthic Clown was before breeding. That was my initial concept of my breeding plan, because I start my breeding plan like way before you guys even start thinking about yours mainly. Like, I'm OCD like that. Like, I'm already starting my 26 breeding plan on Husbandry Pro. So,
Wait, trying to say you're better than us or what?
Right.
No, I'm trying to say I changed my mind a lot and I overanalyze everything.
He lost.
You guys are a little bit more.
He lost me
a little bit
pastel.
You guys are a little bit more certain with your pairings a lot earlier than me. I put everything down and I'll analyze it like 4 or 5 times until I'm happy with it.
If I told you I makes you freaking be like, what? I go, yeah. I look around the room. I go, you can look good here. I stopped doing breeding plans a long time ago because, I mean, I got in my head kind of like ghost clown goes with ghost clown shit, blah, blah, blah. But I stopped doing it pairing on paper because for whatever reason, every time I went to go do something, it wouldn't pan out. So I went to the whole fly by the seat of my pants kind of deal. Full point. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, yeah. But the thing is, it's been working out a lot better that way because I start seeing whatever. Again, my mind's a lot deep in genetics, so I kind of like know where I'm kind of going. But if I put it on paper, man, I'll never materialize. It'll be just a big waste of time from me. I go, no.
You see, I've got to have that visual. Like, I'm big time. I've got to have that visual because then because for instance, I went down through, did that whole plan, and looked that I had my Acid Leopard Blitz going to an Enchi Hypo female. They're looking at that. It's like, that just doesn't. It just didn't seem like it was a wise use for that male. Yeah, it got a hypo into the acid stuff, but it didn't seem to be a wise pairing when I've got a GHI Mojave Leopard that's double het hypo clown sitting here that locks with just about anything.
Nah, it's definitely that's what the good part about paper is. Like, you can literally be like, okay, minus this, subtract that, add this. I could test for that, blah blah blah, for sure.
So it definitely helped me with that. But no, like I got that Xanthic clown and threw him in with one female. Didn't see anything going on. You know, time of the month came to ultrasound, saw that, you know, she's starting to cook up pretty good with follicle sizes. Like, all right, this boy, like he did it and I didn't see the lock, or he's just not got it figured out yet. He had sperm plugs, you know, he was good to go.
Oh yeah.
But just because this year is the year that I was trying to ensure that I hit my Xanthic clown. Because that's just the one animal I want to make. I want to make my freaking Xanthic clown. And, you know, if he wasn't going to get the job done, it's time to put the backup in and, you know, try to seal that deal in. No, John got the kitty cat.
He got candy and pussy. Damn.
Oh.
Well, there goes that monetization. Thanks, Chris.
Cat. Sorry,
Cat.
Cat looks grumpy.
Cat is he's
Always
a happy
me.
cat. He just always looks grumpy. Huh. My cat with no ears.
I think I'm out.
That's all right.
That's Jawa, yeah.
Yeah, I always think it is, and I question myself every time.
Jawa's the one with flat ears that looks like a baby seal, and Obi's the one with the ears that are straight up and hard. He's half desert lynx, half jungle curl. Jawa's a Scottish fold.
Okay.
One and Obi has no tail, and Jawa has basically no ears. They're flat against his head. They're both born like that. Pretty neat.
Cute kitty cat. What else do you want to get into tonight yet, guys, topic wise?
Well, we covered most of the ball python stuff.
Oh, wait, put me out there, bro.
What are you in the new room, Jeremy?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yes, it looks good.
Look at you. Look at you. All that space for all them activities. Nice.
Look at all that stuff over there stacked nice.
We could break dance in there in June.
No, by June, dude, it's gonna be a little bit fuller.
That'll be plenty.
Looks like Ed's gonna be busy.
Oh, Ed's done.
Huh?
Ed's done, isn't he?
He might. I know he was He sent me. He wanted pictures of the ventilation pattern that he did in the other ones. And the acrylic I gave him, because I was trying to just reuse the acrylic I had from the windows from the original snake room.
Okay.
The size should have been like, it was right there on if he'd be able to use it or not, but there's a little bit of paint on it. So I told him, like, if you can use it, awesome. If not, you know, whatever. And he's like, you know, I can make do with it, but I can't get rid of, you know, cut it to where all the paint's gone. So I told him, it's like, you know what, if you need to, just go get new acrylic, you know, whatever. I don't mind paying for it.
Yeah.
Hold on to that acrylic because I'm going to need enclosures built up for the other species, and you know, because I'm going to need enclosures built up for those. So
nice.
I don't want to waste it. It's back to being cheap.
No, save. What's that? What waste not?
Saving the environment. Yes, saving the environment.
There you go.
What other species are on your radar, Jake? What do you what tickles your fancy? What gets you jazzed up, man?
Oh, I mean, green tree pythons, which I know Jeremy appreciates too. I know you too, Chris, but yeah, you have a green tree python.
John has one.
I have a reverse trio.
My oldest snake is a green tree.
John's got one. Yeah, John's got a male.
I miss mine terribly, even though dude, all right, the one I had was a sweetheart during the day. She was a bitch at night, though. Dude. Like, it was like night and freaking day. Like, you could not get within 5 feet of her enclosure because she'd smack the glass trying to get you.
Jesus.
Yeah. No, that's a cool species, I think, but I just can't bring myself to buy ones off the tables that I'm seeing that are more than likely just wild caught or whatever.
Gonna die in a couple of months.
A lot of biax tables.
Yeah,
I
I
have-
was gonna say, oh, you see BX or BIX, whatever.
See, normally it's a lot of Biox that are the wild caught ones I'm seeing at shows.
Yeah.
Normally.
If money wasn't an issue, what would you where would you outsource and what would you go to, Jake? Like, let's say you saved up for a year and you saved up $1,500, $2,000. Who would you go to? Who would you look at first, or what personally do you locale you want to source?
Let's just say if you had an OnlyFans and you were like really successful, where
He
would you
does.
spend the money?
Have you seen this guy's feet?
No, I haven't.
No. No. I would say I'd have to go to Mark Hager. Mark Hager, Chondros.
Okay.
He's heavy in the calico line.
Oh, you said Texas, right?
Say again.
You said Texas?
Texas, yep.
Okay.
Mark Hager from Texas Chondros. Yep.
All right.
He's got some really cool animals. I'm actually on his Patreon that I've been on that for a while. Just like making connections, learning, asking questions, and he's a wealth of knowledge and all of that stuff too. But
Yeah, I've seen a couple of the Calico ones. They're cool.
Is that a designer line?
yeah, known for some black melanistic stuff that happens in it. But
Do you happen to know what the crosses are by chance that he works with or that made some of those calicos? Do you know anything about that?
where his came from?
Like what the crosses would be. Like if they're a designer, then they're obviously a locality cross, correct? Like I don't know if like they're like a sarong Biak crosses, or does he do anything specific? Do you know of?
That's a good question. I don't know off the top of my head.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you can
I
just
know
watch
a Patreon if you went into more depth.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I think the calico was from I could be wrong, but I thought that was from that guy who wrote the more complete Chondro or whatever. I can't think of his name. Great
Trooper Walsh.
no,
He didn't write that book.
no, he didn't write that one, but
There's like a Calico line in the mountain boas. The Dominican red mountain boas, there's a Calico line in that too. It's pretty cool.
Okay, like a high white.
Yeah.
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's where I would say I would go first, but I'd have to
Greg Maxwell.
I'd have to spend the money, like you said, or get money dropped in my lap.
Yeah.
For
Greg
sure, yeah,
Maxwell.
calicos aren't gonna be cheap. What did he do?
Greg Maxwell did the complete Chondro books that you ordered.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but I thought calico was something that he had kind of started. But
Yes, I've started to really fixate on just because it's so like it's cool. Like it's neat to see how just that whole world works with the Chondro stuff. Just because it's so freaking random. Like these guys are hatching these snakes out, holding everything back.
yeah, oh yeah,
Because they have no idea what the hell this shit's gonna do. Like you have no idea what that baby's gonna turn into until it's done.
Once it hit that OTT change, you're like, what? What do I
So
have
what
here?
do they hang on to them for like a year or so and then sell them, or like how's that work?
At least a year.
yeah. Sometimes,
Normally,
yep.
Sometimes they take 18 months to do the OTC change, and then even then, they're still not even done. You got to wait even longer to see what they're doing.
Yeah.
Pretty wild.
I'm curious, that one that I was showing you guys, I'm curious to see what that one looks like later on because of how rapidly that one did its.
Uh-huh.
Like that,
So when you got the parents, can you pretty much like with ball pythons have an idea what it's going to turn out with the babies? or they can drastically go away from what the parents even really.
Yes.
Very, very.
Yes.
Whole new world.
Exactly, dude. Like it literally is a whole new. Like that's why I've like started to get like so fixated
That's
in
cool.
trying to learn more. Like when I'm down here working, I've got that Chondro Corner playing the live stream there on Herb Collector's stream. I've got that playing, listening to all these people talk, trying to learn all that crap. Just it's fascinating just to hear how everybody's doing that stuff.
How are they to breed though? He's pretty easy, like ball pythons.
I'd say they're probably more. From how it sounds and how I take it, breeding wise would probably be about the difficulty of like of carpets, maybe.
Okay.
It's the getting hatchlings established that it seems like that's the big issue is the hatchling part.
Yeah. Incubation and hatchlings, that's the hardest part.
And prolapse and stuff with the babies and stuff like that, I heard.
Yeah, for hydration.
Like they're a completely different animal as far as baby wise goes.
What else? What else gets the juices flowing? Come on, I know there's more.
Well, I said earlier before you jumped on that I have the emerald, but I also have a hog nose. I tell you what, that hog nose is growing on me. Like, like I don't know why, but it's growing on me. I don't need to make any more projects or anything like that, but he's pretty cute. He's pretty cool.
What's it? The face, the little derpy face.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. It's just cool. It's just a totally different type of a snake. Like the feel of it is just that keeled scale. It's just different. It's neat.
Oh yeah, acts different, feeds different. Everything about them are different, man. For sure.
Yeah.
You doing any colubrids or?
Oh, exactly.
No, not right now. Yeah. Hognose, is that considered a colubrid?
That's a colubrid, yeah. Yep.
That's the only one. But no, I don't have anything else. No, I would say the only other thing that kind of gets me excited would just be like going out and looking for snakes too. That was kind of cool. This past year I found rattlesnakes not far from here. Didn't have any problem finding black snakes. Those are kind of pretty easy to find around here. The rat snakes.
Black rats, yeah.
Yep.
I can't find a single one here around my place.
I heard you saying that the other day. You were saying that you're like, I can't find a black rat snake to save me. I was like, well, they're up here.
Not a single one around, man.
Gotta go north.
Yep.
We got a big farm park right down the road from us. We see all kinds of stuff over there.
Yeah.
Pretty neat. A lot of snakes and a lot of garters.
Yeah.
Garters everywhere, man.
Yeah.
No
I always liked hiking,
that I know of.
and then to add the snakes into the hiking aspect of things, kind of more in the last 5 years or whatever. That's kind of interesting. That's kind of cool.
Oh yeah.
Makes hiking more exciting now, on top of just enjoying hiking.
Hell yeah. I can't go hiking without a hook in my pocket, and I'm flipping over every rock and stump and just looking through everything, man. Depending on the time of the year, if it's like late summer, I'm looking for eggs. I'm like, oh, wouldn't it be cool to take them home and incubate them, another species to hatch, and then we'll go let them go, And yeah, always looking. Like I'm ready to hit the railroad tracks in like late May, early June to see if I can get my hands on some racers and stuff,
I think the most in this area is water snakes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're everywhere too. They're like garters, man. They're everywhere.
Yep.
And they're mean.
Oh yeah.
My dad's house is infested with the black rats.
Yep.
Oh.
Rats, yeah.
And they're
he doesn't have a mouse problem, I bet.
Oh no. No.
They're like 7-8 foot
They're
long.
they're big.
Monsters.
Yep.
Dude, catch some of them, John. Bring them over here. I'll let them go around my house.
Oh.
Just catch me a baby. Catch me a baby.
Yeah, Jeremy needs a baby. Or catch a gravid female. That'd be some shit, Jeremy. Have some babies, release them all, keep one.
Got them all in the sheds out there and shit. It probably wouldn't be that big a deal to go catch them.
Dude, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
I'll go pick up Jake and we'll go wrestle some black rats and stuff.
There you go.
I can just see Chris seeing like the tail of a snake going towards a pile of lumber and him just like dolphin diving after the sucker to grab it.
That's the worst that's gonna happen. Turn around and goes.
Dude, that's how it is hiking with me. Ask my wife, man. I saw a tail. It went that way. It bit you. Are you all right? I'm fine.
Oh man,
Good
no.
stuff.
When I found the rattlesnake this past summer, that was pretty neat. That was like middle of July. Like it was hot. It might have been almost August. It was like middle of July though, I thought. And I almost stepped on the second one that I didn't see at first. I saw one further. And then as I'm trying to get closer, but not too close, and I have my two daughters with me who are staying on the trail. And it was only like 10 feet off the trail that I spotted the smaller one. And then as I got closer to that one, I saw the one in front of me. I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, okay, well, I found two now. So that was pretty interesting. But that was a big female that I'd found that I almost stepped on or whatever. That one was pretty cool. It was like a light orangey kind of color. It wasn't a dark colored rattlesnake.
They're wild. The timbers, there's darks and there's like the yellow orange ones. Yeah, they're wild. They're neat. I've seen them a couple times.
Is that a timber or is it an eastern diamondback? Or
it was a timber.
Timbers. Yeah, timbers. Easterns are more south.
Okay.
Yeah, but that brings up a.
Hi, other Chris.
Hey,
Lexi.
the Chris's.
Hey, Four Eyes.
Now, John, we lost the camera. There we go.
John didn't like not being center of attention. He said, "Hello, I'm over here."
This went.
But yeah, we should go herping. Just all of us get drunk.
For sure.
I'll take
I'm
my
down.
shirt off. We'll go herping.
All right. Well, you can keep your shirt on, but I mean, whatever you want to do, it's fine.
All right.
We're good.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Chris hears about people almost stepping on rattlesnakes sober, and he now wants to go do this drunk.
Oh,
No, I missed that part.
Dangerous enough. Let's just slow our reflexes.
We'll fill our
and
cups
judgment.
up, go herping.
Still your wife's cup, huh?
No, that's mine.
Oh.
It's blue.
He said, "Oh,
Oh, it's blue?
Baby blue.
It's okay, baby boy.
Sexy blue. Shut up.
Got you, girl. I got you, girl.
Where all do you go herping at, Jake?
Just nearby, just in my area. It's not. I can find. I'm pretty sure I came across the milk snake. It got away from me, but that was just across the street from me.
Wow. Nice.
And then the black rat snake was on the south side of the mountain from me. It's probably only like less than 10 miles from me, but I have to go around the mountain to get to it just with the roads. And then the rattlesnakes was on the mountain, and that was within 5 miles from here. So it's all a local, really.
Yeah. I would love to catch some like wild milks.
State property?
The rattlesnake was, yeah. The black rat snakes, those are on a private property. The one across the street is just across the street from me. So yeah. Yeah, right on the Appalachian Trail. Yep.
Very sweet.
Yeah.
I will openly say this. I have never officially gone herping. Like never, like just a dedicated trip just to do that. I used to catch snakes and stuff as a kid.
Well, let's fucking do it, man. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Well, dude, you just made it
Star
we're gonna go out in the woods together, shirtless and drinking alcohol, and I don't know if I trust your judgment.
You can wear your Star Wars helmet.
Bring your helmet.
Yeah. Bring your helmet.
That's all right. We'll bring Jake. He seems like the most adult of all of us. So.
I'll keep everybody in line.
Jake's like, great. I got to babysit these four fuckers for on snake hunting. Somebody's getting bit.
Well,
Sorry, you know. It's a water snake.
Yep. Come up here. We'll have a time of it up here. We'll figure it out.
I'm down with it. I like it.
Gotta let it warm up.
Shit. Just don't let me get bit. That's all I gotta say. Like,
Yeah, you get bit. You get bit by a water snake for sure.
That's no big deal. I mean, just let me get bit by
the
no.
musk on is the worst part.
Yeah, calm down up there,
The bite
Danny.
is whatever. It's okay.
Danny.
Yeah, calm down there, Danny.
Don't get bit by the timber rattlesnake. She'll be good.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Don't let me get bit by the shit that matters.
No. We'll be professional with all that. Get a little musk in the mouth. Mm.
Oh God.
Right, water snake musk.
Wow,
That's the good stuff. That's my favorite. That smells the best.
Chris bottles that up and gives it to his friends at Christmas time.
Actually, bull snake musk is really strong.
Mm.
In case you guys cared, I mean.
How many likes we got now?
All right.
32. Look at
How many
that.
likes?
One more
I don't know. I
dream
can't-
snake. If money wasn't an issue, Desiree had nothing to say about it. It didn't matter. You could get one reptile species. What would it? I know it. Screw that. Not even reptile. Any species of any type of thing. What would it be?
Puma.
I wasn't ready for that question.
Well, neither was I. I just thought of it.
A sloth.
That's your spirit animal. It sleeps all the time.
Narrow it down. We'll do this one first. If you could have any ball project,
A unicorn.
We'll do it just with balls preferred. Any ball python project, like what would you dive into? Like you just say somebody hand you 10 grand, I'm gonna buy 2 snakes.
Woo!
Oh man, okay. So ball python, I'd have to get something in the axanthic sphere, something in axanthic. Obviously I'd probably stick to something with, I really like the clown and hypo already, so it'd probably kind of filter right into that.
Clown hypo axanthics be pretty sick.
Yep.
MJ clown pied hypo.
Jeez. That's more like 15, 20.
Again, what's your favorite genome ball pythons?
That's what.
You can even do top. You can do top 3. It doesn't even matter. Like you have carte blanche. You want 3 genes in your collection. You're gonna rock everything around it. You already said axanthics, so I'm gonna assume that's in the top 3.
I would say hypo has to be in there, even though that's not expensive. But that's something that I just think really enhances everything.
Hypo the world.
Yeah.
Hypo, clown for your recessives. Now, how about your codoms?
I like Calico just because it is visually stunning itself. I'm not like overly impressed with everything I've seen it go to, because it almost seems like it's kind of it doesn't carry over in a lot of other things that I've seen in it. I don't know, but maybe it just hasn't been worked with yet. But
there you go. I agree with her. I agree. That's good. That's what my wife said.
I agree too.
Well, technically, I have Venomous, which is the hog nose. So.
I do too.
Well, Jake now has the whole mistake up for sale, folks.
Yeah, no, that is the only thing. No serious venomous snakes are allowed. No, I would say if there's one thing that, okay, so that was ball pythons. Was that the ball python question, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. So
we're just putting you on the spot here.
As far as like something else, if I had an option, that would be pretty cool. If money was no object,
space wasn't an object.
Yeah, I'd have to say I'm really intrigued by the what are they called? The Solomon Island tree boas.
Okay. Yeah,
they're not worked with a lot. There's just a handful of people that I'm even aware of that are captive doing anything with it.
Yeah, you see the ground boas all the time.
You see the ground boas, but you don't see the tree boas. Yep.
Yeah.
So that's something that's kind of tricky. I mean, that's just me going on. I found out about them through somewhere. I don't even remember where I first saw them, but then like digging around on iNaturalist, there's some pretty gnarly looking, pretty neat looking ones that are out there. But that's a pipe dream. But
I have to look them up. Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like them blue tree monitors.
Those are cool.
Yeah.
That's a good. I didn't think about monitors, but those are pretty neat. That's pretty neat
A lot of
stuff.
work.
Yeah.
What's the next gene you think that's going to be like the next big thing? Like that's going to have the next big boom, and why?
In the reptiles in general, or did you say with ball pythons?
Just stick the ball.
Let's just stick with ball pythons. Yeah.
That's an excellent question. I feel like I'm not even in the know enough to know what's a possibility. Even.
I mean, whatever gene you think that you personally feel should be the next one to have the big boom, and why you think that. Like, just that one gene that stands out to you that, you know, is the new up and coming.
Well, I mean, you guys definitely talk about bang a lot. I would say that'd be an easy answer for me to say.
No, that was a setup. Jeremy just set that up.
No. I wasn't trying to edge him.
Bang. You know, bang's gonna be beautiful.
That there's some pretty cool stuff. Like
There is. I'm trying to think of one.
There's some pretty neat stuff on that.
I'm trying to think.
But I don't know.
should put that around the table. I think Chris got one on his mind.
No, not me.
I don't know. I feel like everyone's shooting for quads, this, quads, that. I think maybe the next thing will be supers. Super.
Everyone but me.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think everybody's
it's just gonna go
too focused on chasing the quads and stuff that no one's adding genetics in as you're building this stuff is being forgotten. Yeah. I feel.
I think supers are gonna come. I think supers are going to come back. I think it's going to be like Super OD, Super Enchi Pied, or Super OD, Super Enchi Clown Pied, or Super Vanilla, Super Hurricane, fucking Clown. I think it's just going to go to supers.
So I think
the supers are great.
The quads are going to hit, and everybody's going to forget the genes. They're like, oh shit, we need that.
Well, I think it's going to go supers just because of all this shed testing shit, where people are getting shit shed tested, and they're like, oh. It didn't come back late, shit like that. So I think it's gonna for people to protect themselves, with shed testing. It's gonna be super. Supers,
I'm with you, Chris. Supers are gonna make a huge comeback. I think
super duper
5 years because there wasn't enough done with some of them, especially some of these.
Absolutely.
And I think it's gonna come way back around to start doing. What's this super look like, and what's this super look like?
With a single or double, for sure.
Yeah, it's gonna get nutty. Like even white lace, right? It's out there. People see it. But if people actually see white lace in person, it'll take your breath away. Some of them.
Oh, absolutely,
right?
Absolutely. Especially if you got good lace.
Right, and then same thing with even like it hasn't been really shown yet, but even this bang gene and even super orange dream, the high orange dream stuff. Like Ozzy's put a lot of it out there, but there's still so much legs to that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
like putting it like super orange dream, super lace. Like what the hell does that look like? Like super orange dream, super lace, fire. Like just simple time gene. I didn't put a blackhead gene on top of it or a mahogany to turn the freaking colors upside down. Like cause it's gonna take
oranges,
lightness, but then you're gonna get the contrast. So there's still so much legs, I think, to work with these ball python projects, and I think that's what's gonna start coming back into is the quality of them and just these supers and stuff because. Once we hit all these recesses, which seems going to be happening really quick over these next couple of years, it's like, what's the next step?
I should have kept that bottled up, but I know other people are thinking it too.
A lot of people. I did a lot of super blackhead stuff this year because I never really shot for a ton of super blackhead stuff.
Super blackhead shit is badass, especially if you got that red gene ringer in there.
But I wanted to get like more genes into it, like a GHI. What's a super blackhead GHI, mahogany, yellow belly look like in ghost form?
Yeah.
Like not many people are like going down them kind of trails. At least Morph Market's not showing it, and I think that's going to be the future of some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Then turn it recessive, right? You want to put the clown gene in it. You want to play with hypo. You want to play with puzzle. Because a lot of these recessives cancel each other out. Like whether people want to talk about it or not, they're like, "Oh, I want a quad." Well, what quad do you really want that's really going to work together?
Not many.
Not many, right? You get the hypo, Xanthix, clown. They all work together really well. Maybe DG in there.
Yeah.
You start falling off that. Oh, one pied. Well, why? Now all of a sudden you covered up everything you did with them 4 monster beans.
Yep.
I mean, it'd be cool to do it just because, but the truth of the matter is, really, like you end up. We were talking about the Mojave pie earlier, like taking away all the pattern. Well, that's what you face sometimes with some of these pie projects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think about the tri stripe? That's
I
always
love
one
it.
that is like a
Dude,
stunning.
Hypo Tri-Stripe is my favorite.
Yeah, it's like
I wish I had it.
Yeah, I wish
I'm
I worked
too far
it.
behind in my mind to go out and start tri-striping. Like, just go start doing it. So I'm gonna wait for people to get a little farther ahead and maybe jump into it then. But to start from scratch, which I like to try to do,
Yeah.
it's not, I feel like I'm just too far behind. Same as puzzle. Like I'm not a big puzzle guy because I didn't start it early enough.
Yeah, I should be hitting visual tri-stripes this year, and
Okay.
a lot of head puzzle stuff next year or this year too, hopefully. But tri-stripe is nice. I really like that. I got 2 pairings, hopefully. Some visual head hypo stuff, and then some NG yellow belly stuff. That'd be pretty cool.
So I'll wait till you finish it, Chris.
Yeah, for sure.
You can get that visual going, then I got to get a visual mail and then start playing with all crazy hats and.
Yep, you got the females to make the heads. Just get yourself a
Yep.
disc banger male, and then go that way with it. Yep, for sure. Same thing with the puzzle. I'm making some double head like Ultramel and stuff like that with the puzzle, but no visuals this year. Unfortunately, maybe, possibly, actually.
There's definitely
We'll see.
I'd love to run down some of them roads. It's just I feel like I'm just too far behind on some of it to get started without the right mail.
Yep, no, for sure. And that's the thing. When that right mail comes around, you'll know.
Yep.
Yeah, I wish I had some puzzle and some tri-stripe. I just, I have a lot of room here to work a lot of recessives.
This girl will be on auction next week. Freaking advertising.
What?
Ooh, pre-sale. And
What
she
is
what?
NT blackhead, 100% head hypo.
Ooh.
Breeder female.
And she blackhead, 100%.
Blackhead. That works just like black pastel NG, right?
No, it's not super. Yeah, they're not supers.
I thought they were a little.
Not really like there you go, Jake. That double head mail you got.
There you go. Yeah.
Some super blackhead, and she what was he? Mojave?
Yep.
Dude, that'd be a badass snake right there. Mojave, and she super blackhead.
It's hard to like this kind of stuff. I'm starting to let go. Like she's
hypo, tested for clown. Woo.
Like 2,500 gram girl.
The only thing is though, John, with what you had just somehow like adding it, getting into this other recessive or that recessive is like that's what sucks with the ball pythons is like you want to play with everything, but you've got to be realistic as to how much space you have to properly work the project. Otherwise, you can get into it and you'll only maybe touch the tip of the iceberg because you don't have the space to properly do everything with the other projects going on.
There's just so much cool shit out there.
Your main thing with like the bang is, I mean, we're all going to be in that same boat with the bang stuff where it's going to overtake a lot of the room we have.
It does.
To properly do it.
It's no different than what I just showed, right? Blackhead NG, 100% hypo female, about 2,500 grams. Now I have the males. I could turn around and make super blackhead, NG, yellow belly, hypo, 100% head clown, yada, yada, yada. But the thing is, she's got to go because, like I said, I got a girl like this right behind her. It's her daughter. So that's literally blackhead hypo, NG, yellow belly, with hypo.
Yeah.
So she took over her spot now.
Yeah.
A year or two out of her. Like I said, again, it's a revolving door, though, Jeremy. Like I said, introducing bang. Now imagine bang on top of that. Imagine. So I'm going away from these quads and stuff that everybody's trying to do because I would need another fucking house. Right? But like, oh shit, I just made this, and that. It has 5 genes in it. It's triple head. Or
Jeremy's got room over there.
Yeah, he just expanded.
You can have a Triforce rack over at Jeremy's.
So what I'm going to do is make the pieces for myself to maybe make the quad maybe at some point, but I'm not going to shoot for making mainstream quads for sale because the reality of it is, do you know how many triple heads are going to be for sale? That's like an NG next year.
Dude, I got triple head sitting right now.
Yeah, like it's going to be a blackhead, triple head, blah 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 male, and like that kind of shit's going to fetch. Like I hate to burst a lot of people's bubble, but that's going to be like $25 snake.
King snake food.
It literally.
Oh, sorry. Did I say that out
Don't
loud?
get me wrong. If you hit it, congratulations to anybody. But like them odds,
You're gonna have a lot more misses
stacked
than
against you on four heads or 3 heads.
Byproduct.
So what I do is I try to make the freaking visual, the double visual, and then have a visual on the other side. So at least you're getting back a visual, and then just throw in your head. So now it's a double visual head pied or a double visual head DG. But it takes years of work to do that pre. But in the end game, when this thing gets 10 years down the road, it'll be better shape because at least the snakes I have to sell will be still whatever have genetic power. Maybe that might not be $3,000, $4,000 snakes, but they'll be projects for people to move forward with.
Right.
I think somebody would be much rather inclined to buy a clown ghost with a couple genes than buying a blackhead, double head, or triple head something.
Yeah,
I'd rather
for
have a
sure.
double visual already loaded because now it's already preloaded is what I call it. Like, but it's a long road though. It's either way is a long fucking road, and then either way it's odds. But you have better odds with a visual to a visual to a visual double head.
Yeah.
I mean, if that makes sense.
Well, at the end of the day, it also comes to you either to spend time or you spend money. It's one or the other. Either if you, depending where you want to be, you're either taking the time to build those things and get a good foundation, or you're spending the money to start there and then going from there. So it's, it's a trade-off.
I'm a weirdo too, man. I like using like genes to make creations because I almost kind of can see what I'm doing, and I've learned the genetics so well doing the way I did it because I built it. I made my own mahogany head, so then my mahogany head made my mahogany clowns. My mahogany clowns have then made mahogany blackhead clowns and shit like that. And I'm getting to see what the pieces look like going all the way down the order because I started from scratch.
Yeah.
I know this market, this game isn't really can't
What's
do
up, Jamie?
so well.
Hey, Jamie.
What's up? It's hard to do that in this market now without having like a really powerful gene on top of it to really get money back, I guess you would say, to keep the collections going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely for sure.
But we have killed ourselves in this hobby doing the way we have done it because you are letting stuff go that's so genetically powerful and you have to let it go for cheaper. It does let somebody else walk right into it. But what the people is, they freaking, like I said, they're taking quad to quad. They're doing that. Now you're going, sky's the limit, but man, sky's the limit, man. You just made a bunch of $10 snakes. Like it's all or nothing basically mentality. It's like pulling that freaking lottery wheel and it lands or it don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got vanilla triple heads.
Yeah.
They've been
People
on
get
there for months.
discouraged, right? You got a freaking morph market full of 30 snakes that are all these kind of things, and nobody's buying them. It's discouraging. It's a lot of time. It's a lot of whatever. Yeah, you might have hit one that's in your rack, but you're not selling it. How are you keeping it going? So you got to kind of freaking do a couple things here, a couple things there to keep these things moving, to keep the collections rolling.
Yeah.
We all shop for high end, man. We all be bankrupt, or the high end be $5 snakes. It'd be one or the other, right? So
I agree.
Instead, I can
It's
take back.
almost 11, guys. I've got one more question for Jake, and then I will be done with with what I wanted to ask him. So then I'll let it up to you guys if you guys have any more things you want to ask him, or if we want to let this.
Yeah, I want to ask Jake if he can lower my car insurance and my.
Only if you're naked when you call. What are you wearing, Jake? From Snake Farm. I'm telling you, man, we gotta make some shirts. We gotta really capitalize on that, Jake.
We do. We should.
Jake, where do you want to see yourself in 10 years? Where do you want the Ophidiarium to be in 10 years?
On a private island drinking
You went
margaritas.
far out there. You gave the man 10 years. Where do you want to be in 5 years? Jesus Christ, Jeremy took you to freaking old age home.
Yeah.
He's a young buck.
You can
He's a
split the
young
room
buck.
with me.
Oh man, 10 years.
All right, 5 years. Well, all right, let's go 5 years because apparently, God forbid, we have long-sighted vision.
Wow.
Gotta keep it close to the old
10 years
folks.
question. I think I'm gonna go with that one first, and then I'll go with the 5 year.
10 years,
all
I'll
right.
be in a walker with saggy balls.
Well, you're already there, Chris.
Or at least in a walker.
No, in 10 years, I would say I definitely would see myself being bigger than I am right now. I would say I definitely would want to be going to some of the larger shows by that point for sure. As far as like the national shows, even I would love to do that in that 10-year range. But in the more immediate future, the 5-year range, if you asked me that question, it's just to kind of plunk away and build a base, build reputation, get with people in the community, and just kind of do what I'm doing now and just keep doing that.
Nice.
I like the idea of growing slowly and not just diving into a business like this.
Yeah.
I'm like 4 years in already now when I think about it, and I don't feel like I've made a lot of headway, but I feel like small little steps here and there, I've kind of gotten to where I am now, and I'm okay with that. Like,
yeah.
What's your goal size collection wise?
I don't ever want to have I don't ever want to have to pay somebody to help me with my snakes. Let's put it that way.
There you go. Yeah, I agree.
100%, man.
Yeah.
Keep it under 500.
So do you have room to expand where you're at, or?
I have a pretty large basement.
Okay.
In 10 years, my daughters will be almost out of the house, right? So there'll be even more space there now. But I have a small corner of the basement that I kind of have right now. That's only a 20 by 10 room, so it's not huge, but it's enough to kind of put a couple racks,
Nice.
enclosures and stuff. So
That was actually an awesome answer about the freaking not having to want help. That's a great answer because that's where we stand.
What's up, Logan?
I have this big enough that it's Christine and I said the day that I got help is the day we went too big.
Yeah.
Because literally at that point, I loved being hand-on with the animals. We're in here every day. She's, like I said, I'm working full time, and she's in here even more than I am. But you get to know every animal, the way they move, what they're gonna feed, what they're gonna do every damn year, how they grow, how their parents were. Like you start databating all that. You got your good eating snakes, which babies end up being good eating snakes. All that matters. This way, when you deal with a customer base, when you start like you are behind a table, you can sit there and be like, look, all right, because people all the time, do they eat good? Well, yeah, sure, they all eat good, right? They wouldn't be here if they didn't. But then we start getting deep into, well, this mom of hers 4,500 grams, and she did it in 4 years, and this other one is only 1,800 gram female, 7 years old. All that shit matters. And the babies will follow a trend 99% of the time. You get a freak here and there, like outgrow their parent and do this shit, but the snakes are usually the genetics that go in or the genetics that usually withstand throughout the snakes. So it's weird. That's awesome, man.
For sure.
Yeah, definitely. Have you been to any of the larger shows?
It'll keep you at that size.
Sorry,
have you went to any of the big shows like Tinley and Daytona? No?
No, not yet. No.
Yeah.
And is that what you meant, like visiting those big shows or actually vending those shows in the 10-year outlook?
I think in some capacity vending, whether I'm there or I'm small of a table, like I'm not the main person on a table, like that would be pretty cool. Lofty goal, but yeah, that would be where I would say.
Yeah.
I'd love to be there. But
I'd love to just check it out.
Well, your bitch ass has got to come, man.
I know. Well, you're not going this year.
Speaking of Tinley or whatever, man, we got to get a field trip together.
We got to take Bang Daddy's fucking bus out there. That would be so fun.
I like how you use this bus and just freaking put them out there. How about you wait for Nathan? Like, yo, guys,
let's go. Let's hire Nathan up. He don't drink.
Let's peer pressure him.
Peer pressure.
Does Sorrentino have a bus too? If I recall, why can't we use Sorrentino's bus?
We could use my bus.
Nathan's got to drive.
Just Nathan's got a toilet.
Nathan's got to drive.
And a bed. And a
Last
couch.
time I remember, Nathan's probably the hardest person in the world to peer pressure into anything.
Right, I forgot he's got that big camper. Yes.
Like, shut the fuck up.
Although, think about this, Chris. Do you really want to bunk with Sorrentino in an RV?
No,
I would do it. Yeah.
no. Okay. See?
Yeah.
Shut up, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Shut
Yeah.
up.
I'd suck it up for the trip. It would be
Yeah.
all well worth it.
Yep. Big spoon, little spoon.
Hey, whoa, we trade nights, bud.
Just shave.
Equal
Make sure you
opportunity.
shave.
I'm an equal opportunity friend.
Not that I'm going to speak for Nate or nothing, but guess what? I guarantee the big spoon, little spoon just got a whole entirely fuck all the way off. I just hear him saying it in my head, fuck all the way off. Not just all the way.
Yeah. Sorry, Nate. I just blew up your bathroom.
The only peeing, there's no pooping in the rolling toilet.
How do you flush this thing?
Open the window.
Out of here.
All right. Well, you never answered the actual only pet besides like a reptile. Like if boundaries weren't the limit and all that stuff, what would you want to acquire?
Fucking tiger, dude.
Say,
Like
hey,
Mike Tyson.
I own a. This is mine.
It's got to be probably. Oh my goodness, I don't even know.
Tiger.
Could be anything living, nothing extinct. No dinosaurs, no T-Rexes, none of that shit.
I was gonna go with horses. I guess I'd go with horses.
A horse?
Yeah.
You had any animal in the world, and you chose a horse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm not. No, I respect that, but it's just that's not my opinion. But that's all. Okay, all right. They're beautiful. They are like them Clydesdales. They're huge.
Those are pretty sick.
They scare me, big Clydesdales. Yeah, but they're amazing
What's
animals.
your answer, Chris? What's your answer, smart guy?
Me? Either a cass. I've thought about this many times. Either a cassowary,
No reptile.
a cassowary, or a panther.
Okay.
Oh, what the hell's a cassowary?
Badass bird, like an ostrich, but mean.
I love a falcon.
Colorful.
My answer is I would love if I could be trained and everything. I would love to either have access to a bald eagle that would come back to you. Any one of them flying an owl.
Like a falconry, yeah.
Yeah, like an owl.
Yeah,
like
that's
you
pretty
imagine
cool.
one of them big fucking I just let it go and it comes back to you.
Like a boomerang.
What would that be, right? Like a fucking boomerang. Like you just walk around, attack.
Wu-Tang, baby. Woo!
They'll be like, bitch, what? You just got attacked by an owl.
John wants a freaking eagle so that way he can have a different way.
Christine, I like Chris. Wolf.
Christine's
Wolf or
love it.
penguin?
Christine's a huge in wolves, and a penguin would be awesome too.
Penguins are cute.
Yeah.
Penguin would be so cool, especially when a big emperor one was like just walking around,
Oh,
I got
yeah.
a fat guy at work that
smacking the
walks
refrigerator
like a
doors shut, but like, get me a beer.
penguin. With a tuxedo on. Get me a beer.
Yeah, man. I'd want one of them real colorful penguins with all the fucking color on them and shit.
Oh, the headdresses, yeah.
So what
Like
kind of
the
nerdy
afro that's
animal
all
you
different
want,
colors.
Jeremy?
I want a tiger shark, dude.
It's a Jabberwocky.
Tiger shark. That's
Tiger
cool.
shark?
Like I don't like great whites are cool and all, but I've always just thought tiger sharks were just badass. Like all the photos you ever see of them, like the good photos anyway, they just look so majestic. Like the striping, like I just think they're a badass shark. I always loved them. I've always loved sharks as a kid too. So
Imagine
I gotta go for tiger
I
shark.
like sharks.
Imagine having access to like a grizzly bear. It's like your friend. Like, hey,
Yeah.
just walk to the mall with it. Like, what? He's so badass.
It's pretty wild.
Bush babies.
Baby.
I don't know.
It's a type of monkey, a small monkey, like
Yeah.
an
Yeah, that's the way to describe it. It's a little fucking crazy monkey thingies.
Yeah.
Little
I thought
primate.
she was telling us she didn't shave.
What the fuck, Chris?
All right. Well, Christine's now on her way in to Rose
She's got
Sortino.
you.
So let's just put John up on the big screen so that way Christine can let him
Like
have it,
Booger from
Christine.
Revenge of the Nerds. We've got to. We've got to.
You can't set me up like that. Come on.
You're good, man. I think she's tucked in. So lucky.
I like how you blame your wife for wanting a sloth, even though you just said a little while ago you wanted a sloth.
Oh my God. We would have so much fun. Stop. I could moon people out the window of the RV.
No, Chris would be like, I'll race you to the candy.
Sloth going to start mooning and starting King of Prussia and end in freaking Jersey. That's how slow it be.
He lost again. This is why I never RV with Chris Tiddley. He wouldn't survive. Oh, it would be so much fun. We could set up a couple cameras, every
Welcome
different
to Candy. How
angle.
come Chris
Oh,
got 2 black eyes?
we could make this real.
Full pothole with his ass.
I could see Sorrentino going up to Nate, middle of the trip, telling him that he's pulling a fat bastard. You could tell him he's got a crap on deck that's going to choke a donkey, and Nate just freaking yanking the RV over, saying, "Get the fuck out!"
Open the door and kick him out.
Oh man.
Oh, I could see it. I could so see that. I could see you telling.
Well, let's try herping first.
All right.
Jake, you coming out to Gettysburg?
Am I coming out to Gettysburg? If I can, I will. I don't know if I'm going to make it out this time. I do like that show, though. That one's nice.
Yeah.
It's got to get better.
I was gonna say, if you come out, man, you should come out Friday night or Saturday night.
Okay.
Yeah. We go out, a couple breeders go out, hang out, talk, bullshit, have fun, drink.
Buffet, baby.
Do it Friday night.
Friday nights, if you can swing a weekend, like come out and stay overnight, come out Friday night. We go to like an all-you-can-eat place, and it's awesome.
Okay.
Saturday night, I never make it out because I got.
You go home Saturdays. Saturday's small. It's usually just a couple people. It's like Joe, Gina, Christina, I, a couple other breeders. But Friday night's the big one. That's when everybody comes out. There's probably like 40 people that come out.
Cool. Except for Mr. Shelley there. He's always too good to come out with us.
Yeah.
Never takes the invite to go, hey, you can crash at my place if you want, if you don't want to spend the money for a room, and still some lame ass excuse.
You can meet a lot of
finding the right weekend to bring everybody out, because we're bringing everybody out. If it's after August, if it's a November show, we'll have a freshie with us. So
yeah, you can meet a lot of the Brett Benders and stuff. Have a good time, talk some stuff.
Definitely.
Cool. Yeah.
One at a time.
But you're invited if you want to head out Friday night. Just hit one of us up, let us know you want to come, and we'll tell you where to be.
It is a good time. I always enjoy Friday night.
Is anyone doing Lehigh next week?
See.
You are?
Are you?
Yeah.
So
yeah. Is that Saturday? Is that Saturday or Sunday show?
It's Sunday. It's the same as Scranton.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
I got Scranton.
So you've got Lehigh next weekend, and then Gettysburg's right after. Holy crap!
Saturday, 1 week in between.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Sorry, I skipped a week. Yeah,
I got a show next weekend, right here on Warfel's Morphs. Tune in
Yeah. Promote that before we get out of here. Make sure everybody knows.
Pre-sales, pre-pickups for Gettysburg.
Oh, come to hit my Morph market up, guys. Freaking, I'm telling you, got some fire on there. I'm willing to work with some pricing. Then I'll be pulling out some adults. We got to be going up on the auction next week. And if you're too cheap, they going back off. That's all. But then they'll be going to freaking Gettysburg, half the price I put them on the auction for, just because you're paying in my asses,
I want to wait to Gettysburg, see how cheap they are.
Like, you started it last week at 150. Why is it $60? I'm like, fucking
gotcha.
Now you have to come out to the show to see me.
Yep.
But no, there'll be a couple good females going up. Like I said, I got a couple girls that I want to move up. So some of them got follicles, 10, 15 millimeters.
Oh, damn. She said that's
on your side.
Yeah, mister.
Yeah, right. I'm going to start it off freaking at a little bit of decent price, and then it don't sell, and then we'll see what she has to say.
What's that decent price?
You better hide that somewhere.
Well, I have that sucker on. I have it on Morph Market right now for $600. So anybody, the first person to hit me up on Morph Market for $600 gets it. But if not, you can wait till the auction next week. But I ain't starting for under $5, so you better figure it out.
So what you're telling us is it's going to start at $5 and go up from there.
Let Christine start it. Christine's
Christine's going to make you start off at nothing.
Not that.
She can make it.
Nah, she'd
Not
start
that
it decent.
Nah, not that one. It's the only one in the world, dude. It's a one of a kind snake. I could promise
Sure.
there's not another one of them out there. Got the citron gene on top of all that.
Oh shit! I forgot there was citron in there.
Citron. What it is a hidden gene woma, orange dream, citron, yellow belly, pied, 50% head clown.
Oh wow.
Is it male or female?
Female.
Yeah.
And
That's
about
cool,
like,
Nick.
probably like around 200 grams too. It was a holdback. Like I said, that's what kind of dyers I'm in with holdbacks this year, because that's the shit that's now getting cut off the holdback list. It's a good problem, but sucks. You know what I mean? Like it's like because I held back some shit this year. Like I'm so happy. This year
I'm
was
gonna have to figure out where I'm at in my buying process. If I have to pay a bill, buy a toy, or can I buy a snake?
I'll put a couple decent ones up on the auction next week. Like I said, I literally wholesaled all the kind of wholesale snakes out of here, so they're all pretty decently good snakes. Like we'll see what the auction brings next week. I mean, I'm not gonna be putting up a bunch of like real cheap kind of stuff next week. It's gonna be decent or stays for now. And I'll drag it to a couple more shows, and then it will go on a holdback wreck, something like that would.
Why does this keep switching every time you click on a comment?
That's pushing the back right to have to come out of it. That's fair.
We'll flip the shit around to whatever sells. It's all good. All good. It's all good at this point, so I'm not worried about it.
Say, Sorrentino, where's your next show at? Because John, your next show is Gettysburg, right?
Scranton and Gettysburg.
Scranton, then Gettysburg. Mine's Gettysburg. Shelly, yours is Scranton and Gettysburg, then too.
Yeah, so we're all at Gettysburg. So if anyone wants something,
how many snakes you got left for sale, Chris? You're doing a Scranton show.
I got a good amount.
Jesus
I'm good.
Christ.
I'm good.
Well, he doesn't do shows anymore. He became too good.
I thought he didn't have no snakes left.
I've been doing shows. I did Oaks.
Well, you missed Repticon this time.
So you missed Repticon, and you didn't do the Oaks before the last Oaks, though.
The last time you had that hard stuff going on.
It is hard thing, yeah.
Yeah, Repticon. I don't know. If I can't make a grand there, it's not worth doing.
Definitely not.
Yeah, so I didn't see myself at this time making $1,000, so I wasn't wasting my money.
Oh, he's going to hang out with Danny.
Yeah, me and Danny.
It's great.
Or what?
Get some of that Asian cuisine.
Yeah, boy. All you can eat.
Yeah, where did that sauce?
You eat too much. You leave now. This is all you can eat. Now you eat all night.
He'll get out, fat boy.
Danny will tell you that.
Yeah.
Fuck what you heard, man. Look how big it looks next to my baby hands.
Dude, I'm so pissed. I wish I would have. Lehigh's actually closer, and I didn't realize it was the same fucking day. I wish I could have got it in Lehigh.
I'll sell you a table.
I need 3.
All right, that'll be. I'll sell you one for $300.
Fucking baller over here needs 3 tables, boy.
I think that's. Christ, I think they were $150. Well, they're 5-footers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
you realize they had the tiny guys up there.
Yeah.
I gotta get a new tablecloth to do a 5-footer.
Huh? I'm just gonna throw my 8-footer on it. Fuck it.
Yeah, just drape it.
That would look like hell, wouldn't it? I mean,
I'm not gonna buy
it. Be able to get away with because you don't. No, you'd be losing some logos and stuff, though.
I gotta see if I'm just gonna try it out. I'm gonna see how it is. See what the hype's about. I don't know. I'm not. It's not worth getting tablecloths for if I'm not gonna do it again. We'll see.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Just testing the waters. But I do wish I would have. It would have been nice to get in. I don't know. Chris is talking up the Lehigh show. They got a bar. They got a bar at noon. That sounds great.
It's at noon, baby.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Liquid lunch.
For them 5-foot tables, Chris, just use your regular tablecloth and just fold the ends in.
Yeah.
I used to do them 6-footers at Haverty Grace and have to do that. You just take the end, fold it in,
Yeah.
Drop the display on it or whatever you're gonna drop on that end.
But I was thinking
Take
about
a
buying
couple bobby pins and just have them with you, just in case you got to pin it up.
I was thinking about just going on Amazon and just buying a couple.
I'm telling you, your tablecloths will work. Just literally just
don't waste some money.
put it down straight and just pull the ends in and just fold them over and bobby pin the corners.
Okay.
This way you don't have to waste any money on tablecloths or any of that bullshit.
Yeah, it's a hike though. I didn't really, I was like, fuck. Yeah, I didn't realize. I was hoping. I didn't realize that Lehigh and Scranton were the same. I probably wouldn't even try getting in. If I would have known they were running the same day.
Lehigh Mazda's show?
Yeah.
Yeah, he hit us up to do that Lehigh one when I had the auction and Gettysburg was too close or I'd have done it.
Yeah.
Like, I've never been out. I heard decent stuff about it. I heard it's a little smaller show, but it's
super small.
People said that they like doing it, so maybe you might get lucky and get rid of a couple of them things.
Yeah.
But I did go to the last one. I sold a fair amount. The first one was like, but it was the first one. But the second one was definitely better. So hopefully this one will be even better. It's just gaining a little momentum. We'll see.
Just run some sales and some stuff and see if you can blow it out, like some of that stuff that.
I kind of miss Bloomsburg's.
Yeah, I
kind of wanted to see where that was going to go.
You make it to that one, Jake?
Drive, most of all. I love the drive.
No.
I think they only had one, right, or two?
Yeah, two.
Oh, was it three?
Was it? I thought it was three.
No, I think it was three.
No, you're right. I think it was three.
Mm-hmm.
It's three.
I only made one. I missed the other two.
1 year and then one the following year.
Yeah, you're right.
But I just wanted to see if that thing, if it got legs on it, where it was going to go.
Yeah.
It was a nice venue, good
it was
area.
A cool location. I will give it that.
Yeah.
It was a cool location.
I think with crazy promotion and stuff like that, I think it would have gone somewhere.
Politics
that was a
up
good
in that poor show.
Yeah.
Too much politics.
Yeah, with all that went on there, all that BS sucked. But, I love the show. Promoter was great.
Yeah,
promoter that led him to just saying to hell with it. I'm done. That part sucked.
Yep.
Plus their little door prizes. That was a cool little
yeah. He had a nice little setup going.
Yeah.
Chris, when do you need to have people tell you how much cocoa they need for Gettysburg?
Sooner the better, but I mean, a couple days before is good enough. I load up the car the day before, so yeah, get your orders in. If you know you need cocoa to go, any chipper, just hit me up. I'll bring extra. I always bring a certain
You're
amount,
gonna need a
bring
van,
extra.
my man. You're gonna need a van like mine.
I need cocoa.
I pull them seats out of that minivan, and I could put a lot in there, man. I could probably put a half a pallet in there easily.
You're gonna be wife, 3 kids, man, and then you can have the whole.
How many? Well, we can talk about backstage, but I got to get some cocoa to go from you. I need
How many you got? How many you want? How much money you got?
Yeah.
For me, absolutely free. No, I think I'm gonna need like 4 bales.
Oh, big spender.
Man, sponsorship went up. Jeez.
I've got all those illegal guns, I guess. Yeah.
I've got the 3 new enclosures I'm gonna have to fill up. So there's 3 4x2x2s.
Oh.
That eats up probably almost one whole bag itself.
Yeah, for the most part.
So then that lets me with 3 others, and I'm gonna have to replace probably the bedding in 2 of the adults behind me, because if they lay eggs, there's a whole new bedding change on that then.
Yeah.
So, like those 4x2x2s eat it up quick, dude. Like,
nice.
Plus now that I've got like that nice little area back there, I can just I can put my bags back behind that, because that's my tower. I've got even more storage behind that yet. I can just hide some bags of cocoa back there, and
we tuck them in there.
Yep. That was the one nice thing about all this was the extra storage I got. Just to put
you could have set a nice chest freezer back there.
The chest freezer, I'm trying to figure out how to work it out to be out in
don't waste
before you walk into the snake room.
It takes up snake
room. Freezer on the other side, Jeremy.
What's that?
Put your chest freezer on the other side.
On the other side of what?
The basement. You got 2
It
snakes
is.
in the basement, right?
Yeah, they are over there.
Leave them over there. Why move them into your snake room?
I'm not going to move them into the snake room. I'm going to move it to the outside of the snake room, so that way it's like right there at the snake room.
Isn't that what he just said? He was moving to the other side of the snake room. I mishear him, I guess. Sorry.
You misheard him. I was telling him to put it in the snake room.
Yeah.
Oh, you
don't want me
to fucked up. I'm like, why would he do that?
Easy access.
No, that's a waste of fucking snake room.
Yeah.
Balls.
All right,
You can put more snakes there.
Yeah, fuck. That bitch.
Can't put them in the freezer.
Yeah, you got the whole other side, man. Put all that shit over there. Incubator even be over there. All that shit be over there.
Yeah.
It'd be only snakes in that snake room.
Nah, I do. I am keeping the incubator in.
Things all sealed and whatever, man. Put that shit on the other side.
Yeah, I took my incubator out of the snake room too.
Jake, do you got work tomorrow?
Mine's next to my washer and dryer.
Do you have to work tomorrow, Jake?
Oh yeah, I work tomorrow.
Oh shit! Folks, we're gonna cut this off then. Jake's gonna go into work looking like a zombie, and we are now to blame for it. This week's video, folks, I'm going to attempt to get good footage of the 2 new carpets that came in. John and Christine, which is more of an update, I guess, technically, since you guys got to see her when she hatched. And then you get to see the lunatic. So be ready for the lunatic. That's going to be the one that I don't know if I can get footage of. It will be interesting. Yeah, I'll just let it. He started to act like a nut job. And next week, Triforce auction. So be ready for that. Save your pennies. Work that. Oh well.
Find out what your test return is.
OT. But work that OT this week, so then that way you make up for it.
We are in shipping weather now, man, going forward.
This week is beautiful.
Yeah.
Ship it.
I was going to say, yes, it is time to ship the shit out, man. It's about time, too.
Yes, sir.
But, that's going to be it, folks. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Check out all of Jake's links in the description down below. Do not forget to do that. Check out his Instagram, his YouTube channel. Everything is in the description. So do that for me. I'm sure he will greatly appreciate it. Jake, hang on here 1 second because it's going to boot us all out, and then we'll all come back in after everything's all done playing, and I know that the stream's ended. But yes, everybody have an awesome rest of the week, and we will catch you next week here live for an auction. So get your permission slip signed this week by the wife. So that way there is no questions. So have an awesome week, and we will catch you next week. Later.
Good night.